Yeah.
So
Last week didn't all we do is like we finished. We like did the plan releasing the spine devil or whatever, and then
Yeah, we did that. We hung out in a tavern. Draco flirted with okay, well, the date went really bluntly because essentially it was fucking.
oh, yeah, I remember now. I was out
That
of
shit
it.
was thrown on me.
Yeah. Zane just waltzed up and was like, "Yo, this dragon boy thinks you're pretty."
my
No,
bad.
no, it was the other way around. It was
it?
Josh.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah, Zane. Josh is Zane.
I think that
That's
was the
Sage.
day. I think that was the day I didn't sleep, and I was like, I don't remember anything that happened really.
Yeah, he didn't do too much.
I was like out of it.
Then we killed the barb dragon.
Yeah, the spine devil.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Well, I killed it.
Yeah, now we're heading to some place to get the title to a blimp.
No,
I believe.
Yeah, we would need to talk about some stuff.
No, we weren't going to a place to get the title for the blimp. Last I remember, we were leaving the city to go find hags or something.
Yeah, but I wanted to like to talk about stuff first.
Alright.
Because
So
like,
also your goblins were useful. They caught a thief.
Yeah. Surprising.
Yeah, and Anatoly shit talked you because apparently your goblins are more useful than you.
I wanted to see how you guys were gonna handle, or how I was gonna get cold stuff, how much stuff I get told. So basically, when we going forward, I like everyone should know that Anastasia's not trying to look like a good guy here, right? We shouldn't like divulge evil information or anything we've done, because you told like what's his name, Captain Harvey or something, like way too much shit. It was like
Yeah,
ridiculous
and
amount of shit.
Yeah, that
So
was
if
fair.
so I asked if Anastasia like knew about this, and you guys like said like, yeah, I would have told you everything we told them, and I was like, okay, cool. So the conversation would have been like, we need to like dispose of him because he knows too much.
Dispose, you say?
Yeah, right. So like Anastasia, like if we want to go back and like recap and talk about this before we leave, just so we can like
Yeah.
in the end or something.
Bring up in character, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So like I guess we're like in the end getting ready to like pack up and leave, and we're having breakfast or something. And Anastasia was like, I guess like Nulls is kind of out of it. Maybe Anastasia drained too much blood from her or something, and she's just like loopy, or she's just like resting or something.
Yep. Just throw her in the trunk.
So
The goblins will play doctor.
Oh,
need to
that,
learn.
that one and 12. That one.
yeah, so Anastasia's like, I think we need to dispose of Captain Harvey. He knows a little too much, and I don't want him to get any ideas of potential blackmailing or anything like that. Unless he's any use to anyone or found out anything else.
But
Seems
Not that
like
oh.
dispose of him for what reason again?
he knows too much because Anatoly and you told him a little too much. I'd rather him not
Well,
know this stuff.
I didn't say anything in particular, but there was a little bit of pride in Anatoly's story. Seemed to be pretty happy with what happened.
Yeah, he
So
got
you're saying, I get to gut the guy?
I got carried away.
I saw no issue in the information. What are you worried about him knowing?
knowing about us, anything we've ever done that could be evil, anything that knew our true intentions, knowing about our plans, our wants, him knowing about the value of the artifact we found. That's particularly why specifically why I sent the scout away while we talked, so they wouldn't know anything about it, and he couldn't tell him anything about it, and then you guys told him everything about it.
You see what you did, Anatoly? You sentenced a man to death.
I think he does that a lot.
Was it purposeful?
Who cares?
I mean, it's your relationship with Anastasia. You would have known better, but I have a slight issue with the idea of disposing of someone that can be very useful to us.
So I asked, why would he be useful to us?
perhaps we should have a conversation with him and perhaps draft him over. He can be useful in different ways. Perhaps he's the only inn on this city.
It's a good idea.
Give an example of that exactly.
Example
What
of what?
ways could he be useful?
He's a strong contact. He has pull here. Though he's locked in the library, though he has a lot of influence.
Yes, but he has leverage over us right now. We don't have any over him. He knows things we've done, but the idea of his usefulness has to outweigh what he knows about us.
Are you willing to have a discussion with him?
Absolutely. We can go do that now.
Just give the word.
Yes, and
He's-
if for
and
some
he's dead.
reason he doesn't have anything he can offer us, we'll just dispose of him there.
Fair?
Let's go.
Alright.
So I guess we head to his office.
Alright. You guys head into the carriage. The goblins have set everything in order. And you guys head back to his office. The guardsmen stay outside of his room, and inside is Captain Harvey. As Anastasia enters, he looks surprised as he puts down his quill and says, "Oh, Lady Anastasia, to what do I owe this honor?"
Yes, we need to discuss some things. We'll kind of look over my shoulder a bit, like in private.
In private. I see. He just sort of... The guards are looking in, and he just sort of gives them a nod as they walk off.
So, my companions here have informed me of all the deeds that have been done and what they have explained to you, and you know a lot about us, and I feel that you know a little too much about us, and I wanted to know if you have any usefulness to us.
At this point, he's staring daggers into Zane as he just sort of eyes his blade and says, "I beg your pardon. What deeds might I know of?"
I look over at Anatoly and says, everything that he informed you of. You know about the artifact, you know about us, what we've done, you know about how we handle things.
I take it my compatriot Zane has not said anything.
It is not my place to speak on your conditions or your reasons for what you know.
Said anything about what? Should I make some insight checks here?
He just sort of stands up and
Because we just had this conversation where Zane was like, I didn't say anything, and then they're like, we talked. It's like, what did you guys talk
No,
about?
I didn't say anything about what was divulged to them.
Yeah, you just kept saying that Anatoly kept telling him stuff. So when he said, like...
Truth.
Yeah, but when he just said, like, my compatriot, like, he's, like, very, like, why would he be chummy with you if you never talked to him or said anything to him, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I was
I wouldn't say that would be
he's acting very suspicious looking at Zane specifically, like, why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zane's just gonna just blankly stare back.
Yeah,
Not
so I'm saying
affected.
I'm looking at him, like, why is
Mhm.
he, like, why... Yeah, so I'm like, why would he have anything to tell us?
he just sort of gives Zane the eye as he looks back at you and says, "Well, I suppose I may have some things to share if I'm really going to be useful to you."
Yes.
So then I would speak to him in Morse tongue, and I would say to him that it's to his best interest to share what he needs to do.
Well,
And I wouldn't, wouldn't try to hide and speak.
Yeah, I mean, like you're like yelling some like you're yelling Spanish to a Spanish person. I'm like, wait, he's Spanish? Yeah. I guess with that answer, you're like, huh, that's interesting.
I am different from my fellow comrades. I am, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. I guess I'll die here either way. I am a revenant.
Okay.
I am on a mission from the great speaker herself to, well, secure the artifact and make sure it doesn't get into the wrong hands. Now, my talks and brief observations with Anatoly exclusively, they told me that, well, I think you are in trusted hands, both in the great speaker's eyes and in mine.
Great
As of
speaker. You've met with her. You've talked to her.
Not directly, through the chain of command, of course.
Do you know about her?
I do know about her.
How is she as a person? Is she like a mad, evil dictator, ruler of her people? Is she honest, truthful, helpful, and wants the best of her people?
She claims that the only way to progress as a species, us revenants, is to, well, eliminate the living. Whether that's madness or benevolence towards her own people, that's a matter of perspective.
Yes, it could be just looking out for her people. If the living want you all dead and the only way to stop them from trying to kill you is to kill them first, that just makes sense.
Indeed.
Because I guess based off of all this, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not among the living either.
I was not aware. However, it's comforting.
I guess the other comforting about this is I don't have nothing to fear from her since I'm not part of the living, so I really don't care. But I do, or we did have plans to speak with her eventually, but we didn't really have a way to go about doing that. So what is she after?
Currently, she wants, well, as far as I'm aware, all she wants is the skull.
You know,
And the altar. Well, inside of the skull is a powerful ancient being. A spirit of... Well, it can be manipulated in her direction, being that it is in a state of both death and undeath currently. She wants to sway towards undeath. That way she will have limited influence over it.
claims herself to be a god, but she needs the help of a small god for some reason.
More power. The small god offers boons, and, well, any ally is good, especially when you're dealing with a few different armies at the same time.
Agree with that wholeheartedly. Any ally is good. So I propose a deal.
Go on.
You take this artifact, I guess, to her, and tell her in exchange for giving it up peacefully, she meets and talks with us. At some point, in whenever the time is good for her.
He sort of ponders for a second and then says, I can do what I must, but I can make no promises for, well, I would really just be accomplishing my task. Nevertheless, I don't think I would be really in the position to ask for an audience with the great speaker.
Okay, well, how about we bring her the skull then?
That may help, but I figure perhaps maybe you could deliver her the god itself. Well, that, and she doesn't have to do any work finding the other orbs, she would be more inclined.
We already have one of the orbs, and we plan to find the other, so I guess we can do that. This is a small price to pay for what my grand plan is.
I believe it's the most efficient way, yes. And more likely she would be to meet with you, having delivered one of her prized possessions to her. She already stakes claim over it, you see.
It's fine. I have bigger fish to fry either way. This was just like, I guess how she puts it, a boon to help us. I don't know what kind of boon he could have offered. He didn't seem too competent, but I guess power is power.
Yes, well, really I don't think many of them are competent from what I've heard, but whatever power they can offer, I'm sure it's welcome.
Yes. So would you know about her motives in this war? Does she plan to attack eventually, or is she just going to hide behind her wall forever?
She's going to hide it behind her wall until the other armies weaken each other. Perhaps if one side takes over the other. Right now they're at a position to where if we attacked, she fears they might panic and ally. Somehow, I disagree with this notion not based off of my observations. However, I do feel it's a valid concern.
Yes, that's what I figured. She would wait till one of the sides to lose, and then attack the winner when the armies are weak after they've already won the war. There's no point to attack now, I figured. Okay, at least she's tactical and not crazy.
Yes, she is the wisest among us, really, I believe. I think that's my intention.
Either way, that's what I need to speak to her about, this whole war and her taking the area eventually. I personally don't care who runs this place. I just need to make sure that I am in a position of power to whoever takes over.
Well, allegiance with Sylvania surely almost guarantees it, really.
We will hope, but I would be keeping my eye out on all options.
Of course. Now that you seem to not want to kill me, I guess I should offer you the what I know about the orbs. Which one are you pursuing right now?
We were getting ready to leave to go to the forest to pursue the one with the hags.
Ah, the frost one. No, not the frost one. The nature one. Yes, that's the one.
It's in the forest.
I can't say I have too much information, but all I know is that the forest is, well, frankly, a death trap for the mortal. I'm not sure if it's reacted to revenants, as I've been unwilling to bring any of the ones I know into there. Too valuable, you see. The ones who do make it out, they say it's ever-changing, as if the forest shifts and moves. The trees just lift themselves up and put themselves somewhere else to confuse whoever's inside. Maybe the work of the hags, however, I'm not too sure. Whatever it is, I do urge you to be careful and to try to leave breadcrumbs. Preferably not near the trees, though.
Hansel and Gretel this shit.
Wait, why not near the trees?
Well, they shift and move. Perhaps they're living. Perhaps they'll take your breadcrumbs.
Mm.
Pass Pan's Labyrinth, or the Labyrinth.
Nothing a little fire can't fix.
Are we seriously going to set the whole forest ablaze for some hags?
I mean, if some trees start moving and attack us, yeah, I'm gonna burn them to the ground.
Is this swampy area? Are these trees moist?
No, it is a relatively dry desert. Not desert, forest.
Okay.
Slip on my part. The farthest we've ever gotten is to a pond. The last thing my last scout viewed was a owl bear near it, and they seem to have a foggy memory since then. I urge you to be careful if you ever find a pond, for it seems there may be some mischief afoot, likely Sylvans.
Right.
Perhaps at the time we find it, our elf will not be indisposed.
I do hope so. In any case,
I think that's good enough information for me, knowing something about you, what you're after, and your plans. Is enough to keep you from saying anything about us, I assume, because of fear of you going down with us. So,
yes. He sort of looks to Zane as if permission to say something about. He sort of looks.
Zane and I.
Zane and I have very similar goals and very similar alliances. I would be betraying Sylvania to betray Zane.
yes. Do I know
Right.
about your background with Sylvania, like how she's the one that saved you and stuff like that, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, yeah, he owes her his life, so I assume he still has to repay that debt some kind of way.
He gives a nod, as do I. I can provide whatever knowledge I can if you send a messenger my way. I do have a lot of books at my disposal. And that and any resources I can gather from the guards. Whatever you need, you can come to me for. Just keep it on the down low.
If I need to send you a message, it would probably be, if you see it too soon, it would probably be very basic, very weird, very it would look like just a greeting between friends of just chit-chatting about nonsense. But if a few days pass, eventually the note will turn into what it really is. Way to hide the I guess cover my tracks, I guess. I need to send you a message. It might sound weird, but give it a few days, it'll be fine.
He gives a nod and says, I see why you're known for your wit. I have nothing to provide you anymore. And,
It
well,
was good enough. I just needed to make sure we didn't have to get rid of you.
I'm glad that we could come to an understanding.
Me too.
We shall return when we need more information on the other orbs. I believe those may be more of a challenge than just basic hags.
Especially the one in the fjords. It's even a miracle that some people make it past the first town.
Right, I've heard stories about it.
He gives a nod.
Okay, well, I guess we're heading off to the forest then.
I wish you luck.
He nods and
Safe travels.
and walks away. Ooh, doop-a-doo.
Just sits back down as
Yeah.
his guards come back.
Is Draco actually doing anything over here, or is he just standing there?
Yeah, what's
I
Jacob
was-
doing?
I was getting ready to ask before everybody was walking this way to see if this was a hallway or something.
Yes, it is.
Alright, well, were they standing there in the hallway the entire time?
They were a distance away. Not close enough to hear anything.
Okay. Fuck. If this was like just where a dead end is, basically like the end of the wall, and this was the way in and out, I was gonna put clairvoyance right here at the small eye so we could see until it went away. Just in case something fishy was happening. That's all I was gonna do.
Doesn't clairvoyance have a material component worth like 100 gold?
Yeah, and I have a component in my bag. It's a little crystal ball worth 100 GP. Or an eye or a gem of same value. But no, I thought the extra eye, just in case once we left, just in case it was a lie the entire time. This was going on in my head. I wasn't sure if this was a dead end or not. I was waiting for Spike to finish.
Yeah.
Ask.
Do the Revenant people show up on Detect Evil and Good? Do they count as undead?
Yeah, like with the mind sense, or
They would count as undead. However, I think, like you said before, no one's just going around saying detect good and evil, detect undead.
Yeah. I can see some people, like paladins and shit, just walk around doing that shit. Like, let me check you.
extremely paranoid
Show me
paladins.
your ID.
Yeah, show me your papers.
Yeah, on the way out of the room, I would speaking words tongue to him, saying, "Forgive me for exposing your plan, but it was the only way I figured that I can save your life instead."
No need. It benefited us in a way. Now I know that I have allies.
Indeed. Take care. We'll see you soon.
He gets back to work.
What have you been up to, Dragon?
I was just gonna cast a spell, but there's people down at the end of the hall, so changed my mind.
Why do you dismiss yourself during important conversations?
I backed away just in case something was to happen. So I was setting up my clairvoyance in the hall.
Fine.
And as soon as walking away, I used my fucking mind thing, my telepathy to him, be like, "Hey, yes, you're dead."
You're doing your telepathy to who?
Him.
I'm not seeing any things.
Harvey.
I had to.
Yeah.
You can hear like a slight chuckle from inside the room.
I'm already dead, bitch.
That's true. Nobody has actually seen me use my breath weapon or anything undead yet.
Alright. I'm assuming you guys have now left the town hall. You're on your way.
Yeah.
I'm guessing on your way to the forest. Yep.
Assume so. Anywhere else anybody needs to go?
Nope.
Nope.
Last time you guys did the, I guess you did that before. We'll just say that you did it before you went to the zoo. All the getting the magic items and stuff. I think it was after, but we'll just say it was before, just for.
Yeah, did I get like a purse or something? Did I do that? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get you a purse. It had some gold trimming around it.
Yeah.
It was like a purse of holding or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on my sheet.
I made sure to write mine down. I'm Spider-Man now.
Yeah, I wrote it down. It's a bag of holding. Okay.
That's where I got my little gem. That's all I was looking for. Just
Bag of holding.
Yep. And then Sage's character has something being made for them.
Gucci, Saks Fifth Avenue.
I don't know.
It was a lyre with
Yep.
that mimicked percussion instruments. All right, and you guys also talked to the people at the barricade. They just warned you, dangerous in there. Be careful. And now you have entered the forest.
Gucci purse around New Orleans. Here you
After
go.
a while, it seems hard to get your carriages through, and at some point it seems impossible as it can't fit in between the gaps of the trees.
That's what I fucking forgot to also take out. I was buying gear for the goblins.
Gear for the goblins?
Yeah, leather armor.
Oh, gear. I see.
Yeah, leather armor and swords. One with a short bow. Just so they had better equipment to defend the carriages.
One has a short bow. Let me.
Two have scimitars, the cheap ones.
Yep. Looks like you've added that to the sheet already. I think you can. No, you can't control them.
No, I cannot. I'm just giving the basic equipment they already had to begin with as a regular NPC mob.
Yep. You didn't need to do that. They have that inherently.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, they have.
And that's the case. Fuck. The name of that one scimitar? It's a double-bladed scimitar.
Exotic weapon? Only elves can use?
It
Right?
was two-handed.
That's the Revenant double-bladed scimitar. The magic
Hold
one.
up.
There's an elf one. There's an elf one that only elves can use, apparently, but I would believe that.
No, anyone can use it. It's just that if an elf sees you using it, they'll come up to you and like challenge you to the death. yeah, that's what it is. Anyone can use it. It's just that these elves really don't like when other people use it.
Hold on.
You're not allowed to use that. Is the thing. You can.
It's like druids wearing metal, right? It's like fuck that. You can put metal on if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had the gold to buy it. That's why I was gonna do it. Yeah, double-bladed scimitar. It's your weapon of the Vangler elves, whatever, yada yada yada.
That elf subrace just gets like automatic proficiency in it.
And
Yeah.
then you have to have there's a feat for it. Only this can do.
Yeah, it's a feat. Even though I think it would just count as a martial weapon.
Yeah, it does. That's all it is. It's a martial weapon. Costs 100 GP, weighs 6 pounds. Special is if you make an attack, then you for the bonus action immediately make another melee attack that deals an extra 1d4 slashing damage.
This snippet because people are always trying to use it. I'm like, here's everything you need to know about this thing and what you can do with it. Martial melee weapon.
Since they already have that, I'm gonna put all my gold back.
You said you were buying them the double-bladed one?
Well, if they have to have a feat, then I'm gonna hold off of that until I get the companion feat.
No, you don't need the feat. The feat just gives you more stuff with it.
Yeah, it lets you treat it as a finesse weapon. It gives you a +1 to your AC when you're holding it with 2 hands. Increases your strength or dex.
That's all goblins. That's all one goblin's gonna be able to do is wield it with 2 hands.
Well, you better hope that goblin has decent strength because it's not finesse unless they have the feat, and only an elf can take the feat.
I'm just gonna leave them alone with their gear they have now, and just.
They're goblins. They're probably not gonna live. If they start fighting and someone pokes them, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Actually, better to buy more goblins and weapons for them.
Yeah, it's better to buy more goblins.
Alright, but nope. Since they inherently already have that stuff, then I'm not gonna worry about
buy a
buying it.
pack or something.
Okay, a pack of cigarettes, some beef jerky. Oh, I'll take a 12-pack of goblins too.
Thinking, no, holy shit, I'll be right back.
Probably like feed them peanuts or something. They'll be okay. Like just walk to a goblin cave, like, hey, I'll give you peanuts if you come follow me, and they're like, okay.
Or job, working profession.
And then you break their brains so they can think about his job.
In work and profession.
Yep.
Well, we're in the woods.
Yep.
Can't go any further.
So I would okay. So Anastasia, this is gonna be weird. I guess because I can float around on my little thingy now, float around on the thingy, because that'll actually solve the problem. So I was gonna have him get some really bullshit stuff. Reginald's get ready to carry me, but I'm like, he can stay behind by the cart. It's fine. I can float around. Like, if Sage was here, she would have been carrying me. Yeah, so I guess we leave Sir Reginald and Null back at the cart to watch it while we head into the woods.
Yep. You also have your 3 little goblin protectors that are really just more of a visual deterrent, but it's alright.
I mean, if anything, they're going to attract more people, because it's 3 goblins armed in suits with a fancy-ass carriage pulled by a deer and no one else around. That's gonna arouse attention.
Okay, so Anastasia, as we get out, she goes, well, I'm good at a lot of things, but navigating in forests and forest stuff in general, I am not good at, so
Let's
hopefully
go.
one of you are.
Well,
Have any surprises up your sleeve, Draco?
other than the fact that if I'm by myself, I can easily maneuver, but I've never had this many people with me going to the woods to find shit. Usually just split up in the past for me.
Yeah, so maybe you should scout ahead alone.
Alright, I'll be back.
Hopefully.
I do this,
Yeah, hopefully.
and then my survival. Yeah, I'm just gonna be noisy as fuck.
Not that noisy, but as you just like run into a bush and fall into it, we're like,
Fuck!
guess that's why
That's
I
a
like to be
goal.
alone.
Dragon, you are not proving your purpose. It seems like your goblins are more effective than you are.
I just want to make sure of something real quick.
I'm so tempted to make the goblins try to do this and just watch them roll higher, like... That'd be
Oh,
hilarious.
fuck. I can't waste that. That could be handy in a fight.
Replaced by 3 goblins in a trench coat. Your new character, 3
Possibly.
goblins in a trench coat.
I saw a class for like 3 kobolds or 3 goblins in a trench coat. So
But no. As soon as I fall and not as quiet, I get back up and start heading off. At the same time, I throw out my little glass of orb and cast clairvoyance on it so I can see for within the mile radius as well.
that's not how clairvoyance works.
Yeah.
Like
Hold
at
up.
all. The range is 1 mile because you can cast within 1 mile of the spot.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
It's not you can see in a mile. Because
Okay.
regular vision is already just like if there's nothing blocking you, you can see in a mile.
Yeah, so it's basically like if there was no trees blocking him, so like
It's short range scrying on a location rather than a person.
Yeah. So I mean, like he can leave it here or put it somewhere. Like so, it'd probably be best if you just take it with you and go scout ahead, and then put like the eye somewhere so you make sure we can get back
Yeah.
to it or something.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll wait.
Why'd you put it up 3 times?
I didn't mean to. I was clicking the fucking eye. Just reading my spell.
Also, you can only choose between seeing or hearing.
Do I have a familiar?
Why would you have a familiar?
Oh, I don't remember.
You're not a like you're not a wizard, so
You can get familiars from other ways. I don't know.
yeah, but I don't think you have.
Druids have familiars now.
I do have familiars now. It's weird.
They have temporary shitty familiars.
You can get a spider as a familiar.
Yeah, you can do that for a while.
I was making sure I didn't have like a warlock or something. I had a familiar or like some random thing gave me one.
But no, yeah, I continued for about 30-40 minutes ahead of everybody and scout out.
Yeah, what's he find with his 5?
Well, hold up, I haven't done any investigation or perception checks because I wasn't told to.
I would want you to make investigation checks. One specifically.
Okay.
Unseen serpent, that's what I was thinking of.
Your scores on these things are very low.
Yeah, because I'm higher in charisma, dex, and con.
In other words, he built himself for a fight. That's it.
Yeah.
Talking to people.
Yeah, but then he doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorcerer, charisma.
Alright. You're scouting around this forest, and you're not a ranger. It is hard for you to gather a lot of information around of the area around you. You can't see any evidence of like animals coming through. You can't really see much. However, as you're going through, you think you catch a slight glimpse of an owlbear running through the trees. It doesn't seem to notice you.
Right through the trees.
Yeah, like,
Do the others make survival checks as well?
there's tree trunks around.
Like sitting there
Okay,
looking
okay.
around.
You mean through the trees like that? I thought you meant like the owl bear's just like short and jungle through the trees.
For a second there, I thought you were about to say the owl bear was charging me. I was like, well, time to waste this. The fight hasn't even started yet.
No, it doesn't seem to have noticed you, and it seems to be going elsewhere.
I followed further behind to see if it's running towards or away from something, and if it's running away, I head in the opposite direction to go see where it ran away from.
It seems to not be like running away from anything, more just trying to get to like somewhere. It doesn't seem like fearful or like sporadic. It seems calm and just going from point A to point B.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna leave it alone. After that.
I'm just like sitting like wherever he like as he ran off, and I'm just like looking around, just like seeing if I can see anything or do anything. Like if anything catches my eye, anything weird, like if I'm noticing stuff about the forest, like it changing or shit like that.
As far as noticing a change, you do not notice. You don't really notice anything. However, with your survival check, you do manage to locate the deep tracks of perhaps a heavily armored soldier heading into the forest.
So what happens was like there was like a path like left and right, and then like he went right, and then I look down, and I see tracks, and I see them walking left, and I'm like, they went that way.
Yeah, let's try that.
Dragon. Over here. Don't get lost.
When I start heading back, yeah, I'm covered in mugs and have a tree, like piece of a branch stuck in my jaw.
I like answers like
Your
try
jaw.
again. Follow these tracks.
I used to scouting anymore. What is it? Who is meowing like that?
Cat.
I can't tell out of 13 which one it is.
That's why you don't have 13 cats. You have 1.
Whoa. That's a lot of cats.
That is a lot.
Okay, I figured it out. It's Ida, Luz, and King. They're trying to find their mom.
Cat named Luz.
Yeah, I got one named King and the other one named Ida.
Can you say Luz?
Luz. Yes.
His name is Luz, the loser.
Yeah, it has some like a name. Just eat shit all the time. That's what became. It's like damn. He's always losing.
So, which way Where are we going?
I don't know. I just point out the footprints to allow you to track
Yeah,
them. Because
being that you're off somewhere else, Anatoly would follow those instead. Then before he goes, you just feel like, Anastasia, can you, that blessing thing, whatever it is you do, can you grant me that?
fine. If you can't do it
Yeah,
yourself.
He's just referring to like the guidance.
Guidance? Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
Yeah. He doesn't understand exactly what it is. He just knows he can do it. Yeah.
May the guidance of Daddy Asmodeus guide you. I don't know. Lord Asmodeus.
So he's
I like
going
calling
to
it
be
that, I
remaining. He's gonna be trying to remain stealthy while he does this. So I guess I'll roll stealth check for that.
Yep.
Getting a good 28.
Perfect. That's a very good 28.
Yeah. Does he need to make any more checks from these following these tracks?
If you want, you can make perception or
Alright.
investigation checks.
Perception, because I'm better at that.
Yep.
And I'm gonna apply the guidance to this. 17.
17. With a 17, you would view, well, it seems peculiar. There doesn't seem to be any wild, any animals around. No squirrels, chipmunks, not even bugs as you're wandering around. It's very odd. What else you notice is that some of these tracks, one goes straight into a tree.
Entrophiles, great. Is that where it like dies off, or keep going somewhere else?
It dies off pretty much at the tree. You don't see any of these offshoots past the tree,
Okay.
or any more tracks past this tree once it hits it.
Alright. First things first, Anatoly will poke the tree.
You poke it. Damn, that sure is a tree.
Stupid.
Yep, that's a tree. Okay. Now he's going to poke it with a knife, just making sure. Yep, is tree.
Perfect.
Is
Are
tree.
you okay
Yep.
with nature, Anatoly?
You
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's alone right now.
Oh, my bad.
you get a bit of sap.
Okay, yep, it's tree. He would go back and tell everyone else that he found the track. He found tracks, but it led him to a dead end at a tree, and there's like nowhere else they went.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
they
cast-
climbed to the tree or into it or something.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on the tree in the area just to see if there's any weird bullshit going on.
You cast detect magic, and your senses are overloaded. You look around you, and everything here is enchanted. School of enchantment, in some way or another. I don't think this one tells you the exact spell.
They like identify and stuff like that, I guess, right?
Yeah, identify would tell you, all those details.
Cast identify.
Alright, you go up to the tree. You use the pearl. And let's see what information I gotta give you here.
I'm a cleric, sorcerer, bard, so I got lots of random utility.
You learn its properties and how to use them. Those are magic items. The spell seems to be some sort of variation of animate plant. It seems to just spontaneously and randomly trigger these trees to literally get up and move silently. Let's see what else it would tell you. I guess it just tells you that. Because it's just on a thing.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Yes, there's like the captain said, lots of magic afoot here. Don't have a way to dispel it right now, but I don't think it would really matter. So Guess we should just try our best to make our way through it. Don't have any way to do anything through magical means, but
Yeah. Fucking heck.
for some
Dumb.
worse, we used Draco's idea of burning the whole forest down.
I'm dumb.
We knew that already.
No, out of character, I'm done. I forgot I had magical guidance. I could spend 1 sorcery point to reroll a d20 for an ability check.
Happens.
I know.
I mean, you're still looking around, maybe like, you know what? I have magic, and then you use it now or something, and you reroll it.
Yeah. Maybe you make another survival check now that you're further in.
He makes it trying to find his way back and gets lost.
That's a
Well,
good
there's-
survival check.
There's the new roll.
That's a good survival. At this point, you would notice some later tracks, mostly animals. However, you do see the tracks of some boots walking in roughly the direction of where you saw the owlbear going. At this point, you're more keen of your surroundings now that you've been here in the forest for a little bit, and you're starting to become a little bit more ranger-like. As the
Try to go quietly again and follow the owlbear.
Yep, roll stealth. Want to use guidance on that one? There we go. Good stealth check here. It seems you did not disappoint, or you didn't overplay your claim that scouting, your strong suit was scouting alone. As you eventually begin chilling your way through, and very swiftly you come across some trees blocking some more tracks. However, they don't seem to impede the owlbear's tracks as it keeps going and going and going. Unless you investigate the tracks at the trees changing. Do you? I guess not.
Sorry, somebody was at my door and I muted my mic.
Happens. You saw that there were some animal tracks and the one set of boots that would stop at some of the trees that just sort of sit there and block them. However, the owlbear's tracks are not impeded at all.
Continue to follow the owlbear a little bit, and then if it keeps going past where these trees are, where the boots stopped, and it's away from them, I guess I'd head back to the tree and look at the tree and examine it carefully.
Yep. You examine the tree, and the only thing that you can really gather from it, just off of face value, is that the tracks completely stop as soon as they reach the tree. There's no tracks behind it that are boot-like, nothing around it that are boot-like. As soon as it hits that tree, it's done.
I know I'm about to do something stupid. I cast some magic weapon on my dagger and I stab the tree a little bit, like carving into it.
Okay. You cast magic weapon on your dagger, or whatever blade you're using.
Yeah, it just makes it a magical weapon.
And you stab into it. And damn, that do be a tree, as it just seeps some sap onto your blade. It doesn't react. It doesn't do anything out of the ordinary for a tree. It just bleeds. As if a normal tree would.
still trying to process how to do the boop turns that go around the tree, away from the tree. It just stops.
At this point, you now only have one pair of tracks to follow, and those are the owlbears.
I guess I'll just continue following the owlbear.
You keep following the owlbears, and now Anatoly, Zane, and Anastasia. You guys keep following the boots, and eventually there's, once again, only one pair of
I thought the boot tracks ended at that tree.
Maybe I didn't specify. There was it was only like an offshoot. Yeah, there was only like one offshoot of like tracks, and then the tree got in the way.
Go around the tree and there's more tracks.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah.
Oh.
Eventually, like all of the tracks, but like one set end, and you notice that they are a bit lighter. Your observation would be probably a scout. Eventually, you're following, and you come to a clearing with a pond. Not just a couple seconds later, you wait. I need to look at your passive perceptions again.
Mine's a 15.
17.
All right, Draco. Unless they are being stealthy, did anyone roll stealth before?
Oh,
Murder.
Anastasia's not being stealthy at all. He's probably
Okay.
the one knowing
Anatoly is.
Yeah,
Of course he is.
Draco, you notice Anastasia
Oh.
in all of her glory. It seems you've made it to the same place.
Oh god, I have the worst passive perception.
It's what, 11?
Yep.
Did Zane? Zane did not roll stealth, so you would also see Zane.
It's Zane's
Okay.
passive stealthiness.
19.
Oh, shit! You're stealthy.
He's
Okay,
behind a tree. He's just behind a tree. It's fine.
At that point, do you even notice Anastasia?
Oh, probably not. Not actively. I guess technically, passively, it's just like I'm being silent, I guess. But I have disadvantage on stealth checks, so I have a -5 passive. So my passive stealth is 13 minus 5 to 8. So yeah, you see me.
Yep. You come to the clearing, and you see an owlbear drinking at this said pond.
Is this the pond we were warned about?
You would gather. Harvey told you that if you just see any pond, try to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? Be careful of the people over there.
All he said he knew was that the scouts saw the owlbear, and then everything was foggy after that as they were running away.
See if I have any magic bullshit to fuck with an owlbear. Have firecrackers to throw at the owlbear.
I could fuck with its mind. I mean, all I gotta do is see the target.
I can fly. I forgot I have fly. I forgot I got their little spells.
Oh, wait.
Does an owl bear
Nope,
understand a language?
It's not even 30 feet in front of me, so I have to continue to sneak. Get closer. Do I have? I can't fuck with it. My range. I'm gonna go to spells.
You can just fly in the air, cast spiritual weapon, let the spiritual weapon bonk the owlbear till it dies while it just sit in the air.
Or the owl bear just runs, yeah.
It leaves, yeah. Have a swarm of bats chasing it around till it leaves.
Am I able to see any exposed tree branches right there that look like sturdy for somebody to stand on?
Roll investigation. That or survival, whichever you prefer.
I'm gonna say just like, so is anyone good with
I
magical
mean, they're
creatures?
perceiving their environment. It would be perception. So
No, man. I tend to keep my things in the city.
Same. But at least this isn't a natural creature, so someone with animals. This is more of a intelligent
Well,
thing.
I don't see a branch.
You think you see a branch.
Oh, I ain't gonna do it. I don't see the branch. I was gonna misty step to it.
He says you see one, you teleport to it, and it's a snake, and you fall on a snake, right? It's like
Yeah.
Should have rolled better. Take
Yeah.
poison
so there-
damage. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm there with misty step and missed the branch.
What do you mean by you missed the branch?
Well,
he
I
just
was
teleported
trying to.
30 feet and just fell or something. I don't know where he went.
yeah, like you said, he thinks he sees a branch, but it's not really there.
Yep, you just sort of fall down and with a small oof.
How many feet does he fall?
Not enough to hurt him.
Okay, so 9.9 feet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just get more dirty and leaves and stuff.
Well, I know when I get back to the carriage, it's time to pull out the Komodo number 2.
At this point, you guys would see Draco because he just fell from a tree.
There's
Like,
Draco.
oh good, he'll deal with it. I'm going to point at him and cast message and tell him to go deal with the owlbear.
Okay. Yeah, then I have to say, okay. Am I able to see the owlbear through the trees?
Yes, and it seems to be pretty tranquil, just drinking from the pond.
They tell him to potentially like scare it away or something.
I guess, I'd, twin spell haste, and then,
What do you spelling haste on?
Yeah.
myself.
No one around you?
How are you twin
Self
spelling it
twice.
on yourself?
I mean,
Self and my dick. It's like let's
That's like-
my dick is actually action. It's fine. It's a hit before.
He's gonna do the helicopter to scare it away.
fine. I cast haste on myself, and then, I guess, I'll launch Eldritch Blast at the owlbear.
Okay. You're going to cast Eldritch Blast at the owlbear?
Yeah, which this is.
Yeah,
It was a warning
misses.
shot. It was a warning shot. He might have. No, I guess he's not technically hiding anymore.
Yeah, you'd have
No,
2 blasts.
I
by the way,
fell.
as your level.
Yeah.
He's unaware of you. He should
Yeah.
be, but
I fell. You should be paying attention to me.
the owlbear would notice the Eldritch Blast past it, and it would look over, and it would just stare.
do the thing with owls do. They turn their head all the way around and look at you.
As it
Do that shit, bitch. You do.
As it begins to walk towards you, it stops in its tracks. And it seems to just sort of blink and walk back towards the water and begin drinking again.
The water is drugs and it's addicted.
There's some kind of
No,
barrier. The people got lazy around the area. Then maybe the area around the pond is some kind of barrier. If we pass through it, so that might happen.
Or there's a fucking tree that kills people right here in front of me.
Well, go poke it, and we'll see if it's a hell of a tree. So,
Draco, after you shoot your blast, you hear from behind you, "Nice shot." As you turn and look around and see a rather exquisite-looking Eladrin there, as he's just sitting there with his blade, tapping it against the ground.
I mean, I don't want to fight that thing by myself. I'm just doing what I'm told. What are you doing here?
I am a protector of this forest. As surely, things begin to reveal themselves as they wield small bows, small little short swords that aren't very threatening.
Oh no, pixies.
Pixies, yeah.
Oh no, they're adorable.
They're gonna turn into T-Rexes.
Yeah, T-Rexes.
Oh no, they can't do that. Their CR's too low. They can't turn themselves into it at least.
Turn into T-Rexes.
Turn this
Yeah.
guy into a T-Rex?
Yeah, you never
What?
heard of that joke, Ember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you
Summon
cast
fake
summon,
creatures.
yeah, you summon woodland beings and you summon pixies, and then they can both cast polymorph and fly. So they polymorph your party into T-Rexes and cast fly on them. So you have a bunch of flying T-Rexes.
You tell the pixies to fuck off so they don't get hit and lose concentration.
Yeah.
I look at the guy, say one soldier to another. Are you asking me to surrender or what?
At this point, I'm asking you, what are your intentions here? You don't really have a choice but to tell me, really.
Deja looks at the other, and
I mean,
and goes, I should probably step in before he says something that incriminates us.
Yeah, let's step in.
I'm actually kind of lost. I was looking for viable water, but the owlbear's right there, and I don't want to be attacked by it.
Deja walks up. Just like clears her throat.
But, let's see if he buys my lie.
You can roll deception if you want.
What up? Got one more sorcery point.
Well,
As an elf.
it's a 13. Let me pick something real quick because last time I did deception rolls. Let me just. Insight is wisdom, right?
Yeah. He's got a better insight than me, so.
He just sort of, as he just sort of shakes his head and says, "I don't really tolerate liars." And before he does anything, he turns and looks at Anastasia.
Nor do
Anatoly.
I.
Ah, I see you have friends. Now,
I wouldn't use that phrase.
I told you I'm a soldier. Doesn't make me their friend.
the pixie sort of stays as far away as a couple of these sprites have turned around and aimed their weapons towards you and says, "Now. There's no need for bloodshed here today, especially of the owl bear. Now that
I
there's
would have twin spelled protection from good and evil. I guess I would have Anatoly since he's there. Do it. See what happens. Just in case.
Creatures of those types have disadvantage. Alright.
All little fey assholes trying to shoot us.
You see a couple sprites leading the owlbear away as the Summer Eladrin signals to the others to lower the weapons for now, as they just sort of stay at ease, look, and just observe you all. Now, judging by your statement that you dislike liars, I assume you're going to tell me what your intentions are in this forest.
You're seeking the hags that live in this forest?
Ah, yes. The sisters. There's been a couple people have come in and said they sought them. A couple of them wanted to strike a deal that would be counterintuitive to the forest's health. Now,
They're your allies?
pardon?
They're your allies?
Quite the contrary. They are not. Matter of fact, I've been trying to muster up whatever I can to try to counteract them. I'm afraid they are attempting to corrupt this forest.
Then perhaps we can help each other. You show us where these hags are and we can deal with them for you.
So I don't have to lie anymore. Thank God.
You can go back to your friends as well. Or not friends, as they say.
Really bad at lying. I'm just a quartermaster.
Well, better to be honest anyways. As he just sort of walked past you and over here to Anastasia. Well, there have also been people who have come through and said that they could defeat hags, and then ended up just becoming more of the greenery around here.
Well, either way, does it really matter? If we defeat them, we help you. If we die to them, we don't have to bother you. We don't bother you anymore.
I agree. I guess we can strike a deal. Granted, you aren't lying to me, though. I have no reason to distrust you, I guess. You seem quite honest.
Try to be.
Well, I can give you what I know, and I can give you as much help as possible. I'm afraid that the sprites and pixies will not be joining us, as they have other things they need to attend to. Isn't that right? As they seem to just look at each other, and he just once again repeats, "Am I right?" And they nod and
Me, we never get to have all the fun and go kill hags. Me.
they just sort of cross their arms and go invisible.
Better that they're gone. They'll just get in the way.
So, before we continue, are you guys trying to protect that owlbear?
Yes, I'm trying to protect a lot of the creatures of this forest. The hags have been riling them up, getting in their minds, making them mad. Some of them just go out and attack the people just outside of the forest bounds. People of that settlement. Unfortunate.
We were told about that. Something
We've been trying to keep that owlbear safe as it bears children. If it goes mad, we lose the children.
You attacked a pregnant woman, Draco?
Pardon?
I didn't know the owlbear was pregnant.
That's just,
I
I scared away.
that's
Of
just right.
course. You had no way of knowing. Nevertheless, you didn't hit it. Very fortunate. We've been just keeping its mind sealed.
Heard it. I would have used magic missile.
A little sticker
Sure.
on the back that says baby on board and has like a little bow in its hair.
He just sort of gives a smile and says, "Well, I guess you didn't want to hurt it. You just shot a Eldritch Blast towards this general direction."
It was either magic missile or fireball, and
Either
Don't
way,
waste that.
for the owlbear is of no concern. I don't care about it in the slightest. It's there, it's drinking its water. It has nothing to do with this situation.
Of course.
The hags.
The hags? Well, they have some defenses around their house that they ended up stealing from a poor man. Well, he's kind of an asshole. Didn't really appreciate the forest. Nevertheless, they have some animated plants around. However, if you deal with the hags, I'll cover you from there.
When you say hags, is there more than two? Is there a covenant, or is it just...
It's a coven of 3.
Exact number?
Very. It's why I wasn't able to go in there and, well, do what I needed to do. It's quite difficult. However, if there were more of me, such as you 4, it would make it a lot easier, being that I have the knowledge that would cripple them. I just need to get close enough. Fortunately, one of you can get close enough as I cover you. They have a relic down in their basement. It's hidden under the carpet in a cellar, and guarding that is a hag's eye that they use to watch it.
Wait a
Perhaps-
moment.
Are you
How
well
do
versed?
how do you know all of this?
Sprites are invisible. They go in, they go out. They can't do much more than that.
It would be best if we can figure out a way to separate them.
Yeah, I want to make an insight check on this guy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
You have absolutely no reason to distrust him. You believe him wholeheartedly.
Okay, meaning he seems truthful.
Yes.
I still distrust him.
Yeah. He seems truthful. I assume that you are familiar with a hag's eye and its advantages.
Assume it's like a scrying device.
Yes, and if you break it, it blinds them. Very, very good. It also hurts them a little bit, however, not enough to, say, kill them.
Does I only be destroyed by magical means, or can we just hit it with normal things?
Really, you can just break it in your hands. It's not that tough. It's just the trouble of getting to it. It's in their cellar. You have to get into their cellar, which you'd have to get by them. It's locked, however, there is a key, and there are other ways around locks, of course.
There are different kinds of hags. What kind are they?
Green!
Say, yeah,
Just
probably the
green.
fey kind.
Okay.
Oops. Sorry, I unplugged my headphones. Alright. Plug it back in.
Do you have any minions?
They had to. One was a devil that they dismissed, I guess. I never saw it again. And the other one was a small rock gnome, who we believe is deceased.
Let's
Did this devil have spines?
It was a spine devil, yes.
get rid of him.
Oh. Oh? I guess that's one less problem to deal with. Now all you have are the 3 hags and their eye.
One of the reasons why we're here. We made a deal with him. He was a slave of sorts, and we told him we'll get revenge for him.
Quite noble.
That is me. Very noble. But other than that, like I said before, it would probably be a good idea to try to separate them so they can't be at their full power.
Indeed.
Perhaps a distraction.
Well, if there's anything sprites are really good at, it is distraction. Though most of them are afraid of the hags. They fear that they can just summon ettercaps at a mere whim. Being what they've done to this forest already, I really don't question it. They draw their power from that relic down there. Whatever they've done to it, they seem to have a knack for manipulating it.
So, I guess the plan is if we can use some of these sprites, pixies, or whatever, they can cause a commotion somewhere, like whatever they can do. If a hag goes to investigate, we can then attack the other two, destroy the eye, fight them, and hopefully get rid of at least one of the hags before the third comes back.
Very good plan. Should work. There are probably some pesky sprites somewhere around here that are listening. Surely they'll be up to the task. As one of them just sort of sighs and says, "Fine, I'll do it." He nods and says, "Get the pixies. You know what to do." as he nods and disappears once more.
Turn a bunch of bunnies into Tyrannosaurus Rexes and let them go have fun.
Now, I understand you're part of the plan. My part of the plan is I will try to debilitate the defenses that they have out there. They have just one tree, a couple of blights.
What do you have that can debilitate them?
My blade. Debilitate is more a nice word for destruction.
Jeez.
So,
I will take care of their defenses from the outdoors so they don't come in and pester you.
okay. So I was gonna say we can attack first to give you an opening to try and sneak up and do whatever you need to do.
Do you know of any other worthwhile items that these hags may have collected over the years?
They do have... Well, I don't know. Most of the things they really have are just things that belong to the previous owner. He had a lot of weaponry and a lot of...
Perhaps from travelers that still happen to cross their path?
Ah! Well, I believe that he would have the weaponry of the soldiers.
Yes, but you mentioned a man that helped them or something?
No, not willingly. He was a criminal of sorts who fled into the forest and made his living here. He did despicable things, of course, to the animals nearby. He was quite the psychopath. Whatever it was, whatever he did, he attracted the attention of the hags and they moved in. Unfortunately for him, they didn't need him. And right now, he's just food.
Okay, they took his place. Gotcha. Yes, so I guess the plan we have will be good, and any items and stuff like that they have, we can pick through after we're done getting rid of them. See for ourselves.
Whatever they have, it's yours. I don't want any of it.
So, I can run loose with all my spells?
Once we get there and the plan goes off and we need to attack, not before.
Remember, they're protecting the forest, so your fireball plan is not optional.
I'm not going to be using Fireball.
I'm sure their lair is away from a forest, like enough, I guess, for a fireball to hit or burn down a house. But you just got to watch out for where you throw it. It does burn more than just things like people. It burns everything.
If that's what it takes, we have the power to control the fire, and we believe that we could stop it from spreading. I just hope that you don't use it on any of the trees around.
I'm sure all the trees are spry. They're not dead wood, correct? That will catch on fire very easily?
Yes, however, I'm not familiar with the exact properties of the enchantments they put on these trees, the grass, the bushes. For all I know, they could have put a contingency where they'll all explode.
Or the opposite. They won't explode. They won't even catch fire.
Does that mean you saw me when I stabbed that tree?
Yes.
And he's like static.
Why would you stab a tree?
I saw a pair of boots that just stopped in front of a tree.
As if someone turned into a tree.
I mean,
And if
I
they did, you're
was
stabbed.
also taking notice about what we were told about some trees moving, attacking. For my safety, I stabbed it just to make sure it wasn't one of
Yes,
those.
provoke it so that it does stab you back. It makes sense.
Either way, it's a tree. It should be fine from one stab.
Don't worry about it.
You gotta go say sorry when we're done.
There's much worse things that the people of the settlement have done to this forest. Well,
From where?
the settlement down south, the big one with the large walls.
Yes.
I'm not unfamiliar with
Yeah.
it.
They cut
I'm-
down wood so they can heat their homes. Yeah,
I'm
such
sure.
people.
I'm sure that the forest was in the place where the town was at one point until they chopped it down to make the forest or make the town.
It's not that they chopped down the trees, it's that at some point they blighted them.
Why?
I don't know. Perhaps to weed out some criminals, soldiers.
What do you mean by blighted? They poisoned the forest?
Corrupted it in some way. Whatever they did. They ended up cutting down the trees to stop from spreading. It's just that we don't let them very deep in the forest now after they've done that.
Do you know who did this?
I don't know who is solely responsible. All I know is that it came from the settlement.
No names or anyone? We'll
No
talk
names.
to someone we know there. Maybe they'll know more.
Of course.
Okay. Well, do you need any time to prepare for this, or shall we go now?
I feel I'm well prepared. And my sprites, they know what to do. I trust them, and I trust that they'll be ready. I'm sure you'll know when it's time to act. Nevertheless, I think it's time to go.
Either way, I do feel like I was being very rude because I never introduced myself. I'm Lady Anastasia.
Ah, Lady Anastasia, it's great. It's great to meet you. My name is Halfros.
No.
I am just a protector of the forest. Summoned here, really.
He says, "Okay, we'll have room. Let's get to it then."
He nods and he sheathes his blade and begins walking.
Yeah, I guess we follow him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend drinking that water before you go in. It's meant to calm you down. Sort of like a sedative.
So you're saying this entire time I could have came up here and pet that owlbear?
You want to molest a mother? How dare you?
No. Soft. It's like a giant dog, and I just want to pet it.
Typical for a freak like you.
You're such a creep.
Shut up. I haven't seen any other Dragonborn like me.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
that's why you're the freak.
It just thought you were playing ball when you shot the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, it's
Come
gonna
back.
catch it, throw it back at you, hits you in the face.
Come
burn the
back
whole
with an actual
structure of your
ball.
skull.
He's like, "Well, perhaps maybe if anyone wants some sedative water, you can save some for later, in case we need to calm someone down."
Yeah, does it work? Does it work outside of that pool, or is it one of the weird things with this forest?
It's the water itself, not the pool.
Anatoly immediately takes some of it.
I pull
I
out,
could
like
use this.
I pull out some like vials of holy water, like vials. I'm gonna make holy water out of this.
This is gonna be some good ass holy water.
You may take what you need, just do not destroy what you don't.
That'd be Gamer Girl bathwater. Wizard Girl bathwater is my holy water.
I'll fill my water skin with some too.
Yeah, I'll do the same because this water could come in handy.
I don't need to drink water, so
Very handy.
We have 3 goblins that only they can say is work job.
it's like weed water. Perfect.
Yeah, I filled up my second water skin. I filled up my second water skin with it.
Them all take a sip and see what happens after that.
Okay,
Are
I got
you
a water
guys-
skin full of poison and a water skin full of roofie. So
You have owlbear tranquilizer.
all right, as long as nobody weighs more than an owl bear, just gotta make sure not to kill. Just gotta make sure not to target any really fat people.
Shit's practically ketamine.
Ketamine, I hear. And this is where my game consumes yours.
So how? I was like, how far away are the hags? Are they around here, or is this going to be a while before we find them?
It'll be about a 20-minute walk. I'll tell you when we need to start being more stealthy. I feel like you cut out a little bit there.
No, she's not. It's all.
Alright. He just keeps walking. I saw you come with a few carriages, did you not?
Oh yes, my cadets. There are 3 little goblins that I'm trying to train to be soldiers. They're guarding them.
Funnily enough, they've been more of use than he has.
Yes, because they caught the thief that broke into Lady Anastasia's carriage. They were terrified of 3 little goblins in tuxedos and monocles.
It is a weird sight.
It seems they don't really take a liking to you, Dragonborn.
I'm new. I have some memory issues. I'm from the mountains way north.
The mountains? Throne of Morden?
Sounds familiar.
I'm familiar with the mountains, yet there's not really...
I remember
I think so, at least.
a fort and my friends that were up there, but after that, it's all a blur.
Fort? What a tale. Maybe one day I'll check it out. But that's not my business. You also brought in an Eladrin, did you know? As he looks back. Your elfish friend?
The sleeping one?
Yes.
Yes, whatever.
I just thought it was rather interesting. I haven't seen many Eladrin in this realm. Quite unique to see another one.
Are you interested?
Interested? No, I hardly know her.
That's the point of being interested. Is to get to know her.
She is interesting. However, I have a duty, and I assume she also does as well.
Yes. A very important one, actually. Which is partially why she's incapacitated.
We should stop being a little sneaky now.
Shall we roll or take passive? Or
Roll for stealth, please.
same as passive.
Do
I'm a stealthy boy.
How stealthy?
The Eladrin tells us, hey guys, be stealthy. The rest of us be stealthy. Him, nope.
It's like, fuck! Like, oh, jeez, are you okay?
Pulls a Draco at the start of following, trying to find tracks.
Be stealthy! Ah, branch!
Yeah, just walks into a fucking branch.
God, these moving trees, it's hard to memorize. Ha ha ha.
I'm just floating there.
Yeah, and then just in the background, we see one of those trees from Wizard of Oz who throws apples. Just nailed him right in the forehead.
Where was that stealth check at the beginning of this forest?
You
I
didn't
would say
really-
she's not really trying to be stealthy. She's just floating there. She's not ducking in a bush or anything. She's not getting in a bush.
Yeah. Alright. I don't have any of your tokens on this map. Wonderful. Let me
We
just...
just drop them places.
Yep. You find the player's banner, and you've made it into the front of the house.
Sneak
Sneaky, sneaky.
in the bushes.
The Eladrin stays back a bit as he doesn't want to cause a detriment, as he's aware of how not stealthy he's being right
Anastasia
now.
does the same thing. That's why she keeps sending everyone ahead of her.
He sits and waits as eventually you begin to hear the sound of a rather large deer, as it's just making as much fucking noise as possible. It seems to mimic how mimic pain in a way. After a little bit, you see one of these hags come from the door as they just sort of huddle out and begin to go towards the noise and investigate. They don't seem to have noticed your location or even really seem to care, as they're sort of rushing down towards the source of the noise, as the noise now begins to get farther and farther away.
After, I guess we give a couple of minutes, and then Anastasia just buffs everyone and says, go.
Yeah, so we stealth in there.
I'm gonna cast Blast on everyone. And I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, and I think Sanctuary? Sanctuary's not concentration, is it?
It's not.
Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah. So I just, yeah, Sanctuary, Mirror Image, and Bless on everyone.
So we get a D4.
Attack and save.
Love.
Yep, I'm staying in position, right? Everything's in range.
3 illusory duplicates for yourself here in your space.
Fuck it. Guess I'll go in.
So yeah, I'll drop my bow and be ready for anything to happen.
Is this a tree or a bush?
Let me go back to the map.
This is right here.
That is a bush.
Okay, I'm in the bush.
Wait, this is... Fuck, hold up. I'm trying to read this again carefully.
He is the bush.
I am
Fortnite
one
style.
with the bush.
I'm not familiar yet with this location, so it's not gonna work. Actually, it will.
So are we just like waiting for them to come back, or for someone else to come after?
No, after a couple of minutes, after like they walked away for a couple of minutes, Anastasia buffs you guys and says, go get him, go kill her, do it, get jiggy with it.
Go kill the one who ran away, or the one from
The ones in the house, kill the ones in the house, kill the eye, kill everything.
Okay.
Okay. I guess, yeah, I just go in. Fireball in hand.
Does Anastasia go in, or is Anastasia?
Yeah, she's following behind though, because she's not stealthy, so like a turn behind basically.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Alright. Let's go to the house thing. Yep. Throwing you down your tokens.
Where's the door?
Oh, it's over here. You guys barge in or you guys are being stealthy, right?
Yeah, we sneak in.
I'm not in the house, I'm like outside.
Yeah, she's like outside. Yep. The rest of us, we sneak in.
Yep.
So I guess we'd have them by surprise.
They wouldn't be actively looking for you, and they're passive perception.
They're not alert. They're not alert to danger. So if we just roll up in here, I think they're surprised.
That's what I do.
Alright, yep, they do not notice you. One is just casually sitting by the fire, and the other one's hacking up a dead body.
Before we'd go in, hold up. Before we'd go in, I'd cast haste on myself. So that's that. I'm just gonna go.
Oh, do you want to twin spell haste? You can't use all your points. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Why do you want to haste yourself? It'd probably be more useful on me, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I can haste you.
Well, yeah, do you want to do that? Like,
I mean, yeah,
I'd benefit more for it.
I mean, I would too. I'd get my second attack as a sorcerer. I only get one attack.
Well, you're going to be casting spells. Why would you be attacking?
have a dagger. I can attack with a dagger too.
Your
Yeah.
attacks aren't as strong as. The basic idea is your attacks aren't as strong as the attacks.
Okay,
That's
fine.
what we're getting at, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
I'm the
fine.
stabby boy here.
You can,
Fine,
if you
I'll-
can cast 2 fireballs, then that would be pretty cool, but you can't, so that's the problem.
Okay, so are you hasting me or? going
Yeah,
with that?
you'll
Okay.
get the haste.
All right. So now we roll initiative.
Also, Anatoly, you would notice the with your passive perception, you would notice the cellar hidden under the carpet that the legend was talking about.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Zane goes first.
Oh shit.
Let me put in the green hag, whatever's.
Wait, which one of us is gonna go first?
Zane, because he
I'm
goes
talking
first.
about out of you and me.
Our dexes are the same. Fuck. What do we do?
Right.
The rule
That's
of
fine.
5th edition is the DM chooses who goes where, and if the
Okay.
player chooses who goes before who. The dex thing is an old 4th edition rule.
Let me sending.
If it's between a monster and a player, then it's the DM
Okay.
chooses. I just say
That's-
let's turn or choose, right? Whoever goes first before goes first. Like it's random, right?
Yeah, the turn order has chosen.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm hasted, so yeah. Just Anatoly did a line of coke before we went in.
All right, it would be Zane's turn.
Alright, so shooting the one that's hacking up the bodies. Sharp bow with advantage, right?
Oh dear.
12. Plus is a d4. D4.
Oh, I'm gonna. That's troublesome. I'm just gonna do something real quick. The AC fucked up for some reason. I don't know why it's been doing that for me. I fixed it, but because it's already been here for a bit, it didn't fix with the other stuff. So
Fine, whatever. I don't see anything.
it's all right. It was just on my side, just so that I didn't get confused. So you're using your short bow.
Yes.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, 16 just misses as
I like 17, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you fire and it just passes their head, they're like, "Oh, huh? What?" as they're surprised.
After that, I am finished.
All right. Next would be Anatoly.
Oh yeah, something I forgot to do actually. Right as they went in, being that the scout is staying outside and it's just us, Anatoly will be having a bit of fun with this. So, hasted Anatoly rushes straight for this bitch, marking her as his prey, and expends 1 blood point to use obsession, gain advantage, and with the extra d4, it's a 28.
A 28 would hit. Yes.
Okay, for 21 points of slashing damage. And they're also garroted. And then Anatoly is going, he made a successful hit. He is going to utilize Slashing Spree as he, after hitting her, he runs at this person and is going to attempt to hit them. And that person, even if they weren't surprised, they wouldn't get an up deck. So,
It's a surprise round, so they're surprised.
Yep. Ah. Oh well.
Left.
They're-
You had
they're
that
sur-
already? You had it already? Never mind.
Yeah, I did. Yep. They're surprised, so they still can't take a reaction. So even though that slashing spree fails, it's just gonna walk back to where he was and try to stab this bitch again.
Yep.
Yep. And no, that's once per turn. So he's going to expend another point for more advantage, because why not? He can keep doing this. So he's going to just keep stabbing this bitch
That would.
for another 15.
Yep. Another 15.
Yeah. So after Anatoly changes his clothes and his looks, he's completely obscured. He's put his rapier away and just draws a massive cleaver out of his coat as Draco hastes him. After Zane fires a shot, Anatoly runs in, violently slashes at this first one here, then tries to rush at that one but fails, and so just kind of jumps back and slashes this bitch in the chest again. And that's his turn.
All right, Draco.
Well, since Anatoly's in close and personal, I can't cast Fireball.
Well, yeah, they're gonna burn this place to the ground.
I mean, that was the plan.
And also you probably wouldn't want to do it anyway because it makes a bunch of noise, probably blowing up a house, so the other hack can come back sooner.
Yeah.
Fire about the house as we leave.
Yeah, I guess I'll target. Shit, hold up. This one right here with Chaos Bolt.
All right.
Hold up, let me make sure my things didn't reset. I don't know why Roll20 keeps doing it. And it did. Okay. So, Chaos Bolts at 3rd level.
Hit. 11. What?
Why is it?
Hit damage?
It forgot to roll the 2d8.
Yeah. So,
And what level did you cast it at?
3rd.
Okay.
Like one more 3rd level spell.
Yeah, extra 2d6. Yeah.
So, 8. They doubles? No. So, therefore.
Actually, wait, throw up the show spell description thing. Did that? Or is that?
Everything disappeared for it.
Oh, okay.
Huh, weird. So 6 would be, what was it, poison?
No.
Yeah.
He rolled a 2 and a 4, so he rolls one of those.
Oh, a 2 or 4.
Yeah.
So colder
hold on.
force, it looks like on this sheet. It also looks like the damage is. This might be like a spoofed version that's like, oh, copyright might be different, but this one says it's 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
That's at level 3.
Yeah. He casted it at level 3, so he dealt a total of 17 damage.
So, they would be force damage.
Ah, I see. I understand how it's worded now. All right.
Yeah. Pretty much as soon as you fire the Chaos Bolt at the one that Anatoly's fighting, like he would immediately look back at you, staring daggers with what you assume are his eyes between that trench coat and top hat. Basically, just the look of this one's mine.
What type of damage did you say it was?
Force.
Force. All right. Yep. You take your opportunity while Anatoly is just bashing this hag into the wall to take a pot shot. Anatoly didn't seem too happy about it. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
How tall is this room?
Let's say it's like it's not like enough to like fly in. Like the roof is like 10 feet up, or the ceiling is like 10 feet up.
Hold on, gem gift.
Relatively small shack.
Seeing what I can use as a bonus action real quick. No. Oh. I can't do that. Never mind. Yep, nope, I can't do anything. That's it.
All
I
right.
never wrote my thing down. Oh shit.
Please ignore this real quick. I'm just testing if it works. Okay, there we go.
Yes, 74 damage.
Separate D4, D8s.
Yeah, I know. Because they're really close together.
74. Ooh.
That's a big one.
All right. Next would be Anastasia's turn.
1 minute.
Is-
Find what my feet did. Where is it? Can hear you rather than within 5 feet of you. Then target. Then blah blah blah.
So you're outside the house right now, right?
Yeah. So I come floating in basically now.
Mm.
So like my move action gets me in the front door basically. I guess where Zane would be, or somewhere around Zane. And
Yeah.
I would see annotating, I guess him stabbing him and like finish that one off, and I would use my intimidating encouragement to give you advantage and an attack as a reaction. Not a
What's
reaction.
intimidating encouragement?
Yes. My feet.
Oh, you took that. Okay.
Yeah, that was the feat. I took at level 4, or my level 4.
All right. It's a good thing that this ability is once per turn. So 21.
21 hits.
Okay. Another 23.
God damn.
Cleaver comes up. Cleaver comes down. Right in between their shoulder and neck. Right.
So she looks at you and it's like, really? Well, fine. Have Asmodeus help you. And I cast Healing Word on him. Another
On who?
attack.
Okay. Get no health, but yeah, I guess I can.
No
use
help,
that
and it
for
just one
spell
takes your
point.
reaction.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Because they don't have turns. So this is just one attack?
Just one attack. It's the was it Order of Force of Authority, whatever the hell it's
Yeah.
called.
Well, make an attack against my killer's prey, so I'll expend a point to get advantage anyway. And then that with that, and yeah, 28. For
Woo.
10.
Hey! That's the perfect number. 10 is just enough to kill it.
Yeah, so Anatoly pretty much just ran up to this witch, just cleaver, yeah, right as I said, between the neck and the shoulder, just cleaver down, up, down, down, until there's pretty much just a gaping hole in that area down to their sternum. Yeah. He just wipes the blood off his blade and looks to the other one.
She's just looking in horror.
Yeah.
Surprise!
And it's Zane's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna use steady aim to get advantage.
Steady aim.
And fire shot.
Oh, and I killed my killer's prey. I get those blood points back. Yay! I get those
Short bow, bang. So advantage. 25.
25. That works. 20 damage. You take a stance in the doorway, and this time you carefully aim between the chair and the fireplace, and manage to get her right in the shoulder as you fling, and you just hear an audible thunk. She's like, ah!
Please, die quietly. My turn, son.
Me.
Quick noises.
Right, they don't have resistances. Be worried if they had magic resistance against like
Bludgeoning piercing.
non-magical attacks.
Who needs that?
Like most of
Uh, Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
That's all.
That's all. Alright. At this point, you guys would hear a little bit of commotion coming from outside, and Zane, you could just turn around and see that the Eladrin is fighting off some vine blights and needle blights, as well as a awakened tree. Fortunately for him, he is doing one hell of a job fighting off these vine blights and tree.
Okey-dokey. I'll inform everybody inside about it.
Anatoly.
I'm gonna chop this bitch. I'm not gonna mark her. I'm just gonna stab her normally.
All right.
Who am I kidding? This is the only combat we're doing this session. I'm marking her. Yep.
Or is it? No.
Do my standard routine, expend point, doot. Anatoly's having fun. 19.
Definitely hits.
I am going to ask for a deck save.
Deck save. One up.
Okay, they're not blinded. Every time I try using this, they succeed. But, oh well, they're not talking. And... Oh, yeah, I have my hasted attack. So, I'm going to make that now.
Alright.
For another 14. And I'm going to try again with the blood splatter.
Alright.
So another deck save.
Let me pull the sheet back up. Probably should just have that in a different tab, but that's fine.
Okay, I succeed again. Damn.
You're laying into her, but somehow she's dexterous enough to get the blood from splattering into her eyes. Still, she's not looking too good as you've mauled the shit out of her now.
Mm-hmm.
Draco.
I'm going to...
Actually, wait. Subtract 1 point of damage. I shouldn't have had the murder weapon die on the second attack. That's a once per turn thing.
Gotcha.
That's fine. Just
Double
1 damage,
checking.
whatever.
Negligible.
Yeah.
Okay. So... I'm going to cast Chill Touch on the hag.
Unfortunately, a 16 does not hit. As the necrotic hand reaches out.
Oh shit! Hold up! I do have this. Hold up! I haven't used it yet.
What?
Bless. It's perfect. It's the perfect amount. It does hit as you fling out your necrotic hand. Osmodius gives his will and just curves it a little bit so that it hits the hag. Take 6 necrotic. Anything else?
He died.
Is needed. I'm
He did his
gonna
turn.
guess.
He did his turn and... Oh, he's muted. He was muted.
Okay, there we go. My mic got unplugged and I couldn't hear any audio. So, fucking.
Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. How far is she? Hold on. 30 feet. I'll move up here. Where is it at, real quick? Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, nope, I was just getting ready for a reaction thing. Okay, that's it.
Alright. Anastasia. It's now your turn.
Where's the chair? I want that chair. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon to swarm some bats. Blah. And, do I even have this on the bar anywhere? Don't. Why don't I have that? My sheet. Make a spiritual weapon macro? Guess I didn't. Oh well, gotta do it manually. What's our proficiency bonus? 3?
3. Yeah, 3. So 3 plus your, thing.
28. Yes, that hits.
28 would definitely hit.
D8, right? Yeah, D8.
Yeah, D8 plus your spell mod.
The bat spider from them for 8.
Yep. As they're getting hammered from all directions, they don't think it could get any worse. And then some bats come out of literally nowhere and start tearing her apart.
I'm gonna do the intimidating thing again on Anatoly. I'm gonna say, if you don't finish her next time, I'm gonna do it to Zane. See if he can do the job.
Okay. Not sure that's supposed to intimidate him, but he'll take it.
Hits.
17.
17.
Yep.
Kills.
Alright. Yeah.
How you doing?
Anatoly, one clean chop off of their head.
Done for.
I guess we turn around and walk outside to watch this guy. Still in initiative, or are we?
You're out of combat, but I'm just gonna keep that. No, we'll do another turn order. Alright.
I'll say I still have all my spells up, so I don't know, like, if we can get to the next combat before, like, a couple of minutes or something like
that. You probably would. You would probably get over there.
Because the idea is like, we walk outside to see what's going on outside, right? And if he...
Yeah, I told you guys about the fight going down. What's that?
Yeah.
Yep, let me just...
she would tell someone to search for the eye and wait to attack it, right? So, like, as soon as we see the other hag, and they're like, oh, the other hag's here, it's like, kill the eye, and then she goes blind, then we beat the shit out of the blind hag.
Yeah. Anatoly would cut off this one's finger and a lock of hair from this one. Trophies.
Do I see the rug? Or the...
Yeah, Anatoly would
as well. Yeah, he would point it out.
And being that they're done with this, and you might see
don't,
scout.
Don't reveal that we know it's there. Let's just wait until the other hag shows itself to destroy the eye.
Anatoly changes back and just like affixes his tie and just, goes about with what he's doing.
Yeah, so we walk outside. Like, if the elf is losing, I don't think I'm gonna help him. I think I'd rather him just die and we take his shit. Because he has a magic sword, right?
Yeah, same, honestly.
Oh no, he's dying. Oh man.
Oh, this is horrible.
Oh no, good guy dying.
I doing what he loved, protecting the forest.
Yeah, so how's he doing? Is he winning?
Yeah, he won.
I was going to say that may not be in the best of our interest because he may have visible friends watching us. So if we just stand aside and not do anything.
No, we're busy in the house.
Yeah.
So when we come...
I thought he just stood outside on the porch and just started watching. I'm like,
no. We walk out and we see that he won. He's like, oh, you did it. Good job. Yes, the other two hags are dead as well. Any word for the third?
I haven't seen the third yet. I'm sure she'll come around eventually. She might even be a little roughed up.
Perhaps we should wait in the house to jump it as it comes in. But I guess they're gonna know something's up when they see all this dead stuff here. But maybe they'll come in and try to help their sisters. Well, we'll be waiting for them.
Indeed. Would you like me to join you for this?
Sure.
Alright. After that, once we slay this last hag, I I will take my leave. I have no reason to be here. Though I ask if you are going to burn down this house, like you said you were earlier, at least warn me.
I don't care about burning it down or not. That's him and his wishes.
Well,
I don't care either. If the dragon wants to waste his time doing that, he can.
well, let's just say, what is it? Quit screaming! You're not stuck. You're.
Look at me.
It's Drake. It's the voices in Draco's head.
Tiny cats.
But no, I'd say it depends. Do those pixies want this house after they're gone? Because if not, I'm more than willing to torch it so more trees can grow.
There is no need for this house to be here. In relation to the rest of the forest, we can control the burn if you do wish to burn it. You take what you want, leave what you don't. And I would also urge you to let the corpses in here burn as well.
Oh, that's no problem.
He gives a nod and says, well, you've done a good thing for the forest. Those attacks won't be coming anytime soon.
Anastasia would be like, Anatoly, could you perhaps turn into one of those hags and cry for help or something when we notice the hags coming, so maybe they come quicker to aid. It's not for help, but more for like, we got them right where they want us, right? Like they, like make it sound like the hags have the upper hand and they're having fun killing us, I guess. We act like they're losing, then maybe they won't even come, they'll run.
Yeah, and Anatoly just like goes over to one of their bodies. Yeah, I can do that.
And I'll cast clairvoyance into this tree where I was hiding, since I'm familiar with that little territory, to watch this door.
That's a good way to do it. Now you can tell when they're coming.
And I'm assuming you guys are in the house now.
Yeah, we're waiting in the house.
Yep.
Jump someone.
Anatoly did hear one of their voices, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll turn into one of them, and then just, I guess, go over to the door and begin screaming for help.
No, not
I'm
help. Not help.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Okay,
tell you
just-
like if we do help, then they might run away. Then they might not come. But if they scream,
Alright.
if you say things like, "Oh, we get like make it sound like they're winning," right? Like
Okay.
having
okay.
fun killing us or something. Like, "Oh, I want to join the fun," right? And she comes in,
Yeah. All right.
not suspicious, and we just kill her.
Yeah. See. Yeah, I guess Anatoly would have to hide too, even if he's pretending to do this.
This
Yeah,
guy's
the bodies too.
is just going to be hiding on like the other side of the door.
I move the chair somewhere and sit in it.
I kick off this body and sit in the chair as well.
Yeah. So Anatoly just like goes over to the front door, pretend looking like one of them, and just screams like "Die, intruders! Ah! Gonna turn you into a frog!" Something like that.
Yeah. Draco, you can wait, and we can wait till Draco gives us a signal, like she's coming or something like that.
Yeah.
You would see the hag just casually walking up as she observes that her lights have been taken out. She observes the tree, and it seems to have burn marks in it. She just shakes her head, and she walks in, and she just seems to...
Before she gets in, I recast all the spells, because why not? I have spell slots.
Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah. Hide. Yep.
Miss sitting in the chair when she walks in.
Yep.
One just shoots her.
Yep.
She walks in, and she's like, "Must be the work of that little Eldred boy." She looks and sees that her sisters are deceased. What have you done?
Yeah.
Fire away.
Yeah. One shoots, I guess.
Oh shit! I accidentally re-rolled. Ignore that.
You wasted a crit.
I mean,
Where we were.
yeah, it would be 15 with Anatoly.
We can just quickly roll initiative again.
I meant to.
Same thing. If they re-roll it, it was overlap on top of the new one.
I meant to clear it. It's alright. It's alright.
No, you don't have to. If they re-roll initiative, it will overlap and take the new one.
It didn't.
22.
22? You got a 24. Oh no, that was stealth.
Yeah,
Rough.
I
Rough.
am hiding behind this thing like nobody's hidden behind this thing before.
And I'm enjoying the heat from
Probably
the
not.
fireplace. Nice ass fireplace.
Just using the bed is the best cover ever.
We'll call this a surprise round as well.
I mean, yeah.
Didn't even make it past the first one, so do I really reroll?
Do we even need to do this?
As well. She's already hurt. We already rolled initiative to say I want to start doing this.
Yeah, just in case.
All right, yeah. Let's kill this bitch. Let's go.
Alright, starting off is Draco.
Chaos
Fireball the
bolts.
house. Walk off into the
Oh,
sunset.
No, we're all in here. So,
18 would hit.
psychic damage.
Psychic damage. Good pick. You send out your Chaos Bolt as it seems to just worm into her ears as she holds her head and winces, taking 5 psychic damage.
No, they took 18.
Oh, plus the 7-6,
Yeah.
right?
The
Not 19.
plus, yeah, it's
Right? No,
18.
Yeah, it's 2d8 plus the d6.
damage.
Yeah. So,
5 is 12,
19,
12 plus 6 is 18. Yeah.
18. Yep, 18. Anything else?
No,
And
what?
Chaos Bolt is
What?
good.
It's pretty good.
it's a pretty good spell.
Doesn't it require
Um,
like a 50 GP thing though to cast?
No, that's chromatic orb.
Chromatic Orb, yeah, yeah.
It's chromatic
Oh, yeah,
orb.
but
Yeah,
Chaos
I
Bolt-
bought.
Chaos Bolt's downside is only sorcerers have it.
Yep. and
Also, it deals plus damage. But there's like the possibility of it jumping, and also rather than
Infinite.
choosing the damage types, the spell chooses them for you, and so
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot. It's just it's chaotic fun.
Yeah, it's chaos stuff. Yeah, chaos.
It's a fun spell.
now I'm done.
Alright, Anatoly.
I'm here now. Just runs out from behind the thing.
Yep.
I'm no longer hidden. I announce myself to the world.
Correct. Did you say you already casted Bless, by the way?
Hey, I cast it on everyone. I cast it at 3rd level, so now even Elf has it. Fuck it.
All right.
There's more people!
17,
No! Ah!
18 damage.
Again with the bless. That is twice. That the plus one did it.
Did you recast Haste as well?
No, I did
Draco?
not.
Alright.
Yeah. And then
Fireball's
I'm
going to be trusted
now
in
let's
this
give this
building.
another try. I'm gonna try to blind her again with blood splatter.
Alright, let's see if this one is as dexterous as her sister.
19.
That'd be funny. She's not. She is blinded until the end of my next turn.
I forgot the other part of the plan. We were supposed to like throw off the rug and like break the eye, so she is blinded. But I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
throw her. Yeah, Anatoly stabs her and then flourishes his rapier, and the blood flies into her eyes. So now you guys all have advantage on attacks against her.
Alright. Anything else?
No, that's me.
Alright. Our Havros, our Eladrin friend, will do his thing.
Goodbye, hag.
Cool. Yeah, goodbye, Hag. As he comes up from behind her and says, "Silly Eladrin, huh?" And stabs her right through, like to the hilt, as his blade goes right through her heart. And he takes it out and does a downward slash onto her skull, cleaving it in half. She is as dead as can be, dead as a doornail.
And Anatoly would watch this, just not bad.
Sergio will stand up like, well, now that that's done, I guess you can handle the bodies. Gesturing towards the elf, and someone else, I guess Zane, if you don't mind, can you move this rug in your chair?
Oh, yes, sorry, I got distracted by the fire.
Fine.
You guys do that. I'm gonna go over there and look at that little magical box.
Magic box. You mean the chest?
The
My-
chest. It doesn't seem really magical.
Look at these things.
I know.
I guess you're just-
What are they called?
I guess you're just
Hinges?
guessing.
They're magical. They keep the box and open so like effortlessly.
Less quiet than the ones I have in the carriage.
Oh, damn it! I closed the list. Hold on.
So well oiled.
Such a fine
Carry
finish on
this.
the wood.
I'll carry this back to the carriage and throw away the old one.
These screws are pristine. The box he throws out has a null in it. Just leaves it in the ditch on the road as we drive away.
Fucking jobs in the box because work and profession. It's like,
All right. This box does have a flimsy-looking lock on it.
Hopes are let down. The box is flimsy.
flimsy. What can I do?
Put off.
I mean, I can.
Story about that.
Hold on.
You figure that out real quick. I got luggage, and it came with a tiny little lock that you can actually just pull really hard and break it. And it's like I don't need this.
Yeah,
I left
but-
it on the table. And I'm like,
yeah.
Use it.
I guess I'll try ripping off the lock.
Roll strength.
You can just use the lock, and I was like, they'll just steal all of my luggage. Instead of them wasting time to pick the lock to steal my pajamas, they can just take the luggage that's worth more than the pajamas.
Use bless, maybe?
Still have less technically.
That doesn't work on ability
Ability
checks.
checks, yeah.
No? Well,
It does. Wait, no, it makes it save. Save. You need resistant, whatever it's called. That stupid thing.
Oh well, fuck it. I guess I'll
Dragon, what
try
do you
breaking it
do?
with my
The,
dagger.
guidance. I mean, my bad.
Dragon.
Well,
Do you-
oh,
you-
just
you-
gonna break this lock. That's all. I got it.
Let Zane has tools for that. Keep the lock
Look,
later.
you do the heavy work. Lift the chair, move the rug. I'll take care of this.
Or you can search the hags. Maybe they have a key.
While he's doing that, Anatoly would be opening up the hatch.
yep. You move the rug aside, and the hatch, as the legend warned, is locked.
Okay, Anatoly's gonna try to pick the lock. And
Alright. Go ahead. Zane, you see that this is a very cheap lock. You just put something, you just kind of shim it open, not really much effort needed, and it pops off of the lock, and you're able to open the box.
Alright, after popping open, I'll step aside.
Anatoly would ask Anastasia for the bless for this.
Um,
Why not?
Yeah, she gives it to him. Bless.
Okay.
Then I'm.
Yeah, that guidance. Okay, 27 to break the hatch lock.
Well,
Did you really
So
even need
search the
Osmobius
tag.
on this one?
Yes, just to prove how good I am at it.
You open it with extreme ease. Your skills, it's almost laughable how easy this lock was.
I stick the lockpick in it, and the fucking thing breaks just because it wasn't even. Yes, I don't even do anything; it just breaks right away. Just
Tap like the fawns. Hey.
yep. There's
Yep.
a little trick to these.
The chest and the hatch are unlocked. Draco, you were searching the body.
I was searching the bodies for a key.
A key you did not find.
Okay, well,
However, you look in the box. Guess what's there?
key
Key.
for the
A
cellar.
key for the cellar.
Key for the chest is hidden in the room, under the mattress of the bed.
I mean, you can look if you want.
I don't care.
There's also a bunch of common clothes. A lot of them bloodied. And under these common clothes is the carcass of a dog.
Puppy, no. I pull out the puppy.
The elf shakes his head. I told you, he did awful things to those animals.
Where do
Awful
you get
things.
dogs from in the forest? Is it not a wolf?
You stole them
No,
from the settlement.
puppy.
Yes, he is crazy.
He
He said all
saying
that time
terrible
back in
things.
town to steal a dog.
All humans deserve to be killed. Poor creature.
Alright. The cellar's opened. Did you go down in fully?
Basically, just wait for everyone to be ready to go in, because going in alone would be kind of foolish.
Yeah, one thing I do, as soon as I get over there, like over here by Anatoly, I cast Dark Vision on him.
Maybe you do have one use.
Shut up. You see down there.
What do I see down there? Just like down the ladder or whatever. It is.
Immediately down the ladder, you just see the stone floor, and pretty much it. You don't really have a great look at it from this angle.
Well, let's get going, I guess. Come on. You would lead the way down.
And I'd follow pursuit.
And
Yep.
she just stays in the back because she doesn't want to get hit by any traps or anything stupid. Let them scout ahead.
Yep, that's what I was looking for.
As you go down, Anastasia, this looks very familiar to you, as it looks much like a BDSM type dungeon.
Nice.
There's whips and ropes, nets, whatever you can have. There are also just piles and piles of soldier armor, weaponry, and all the like.
Anastasia has a secret dungeon under in her cellar, but it leads to where her coffin is and the BDSM dungeon.
Most notably, there is a wall covered in spears, just lining up the walls. Another wall is lined with longswords, and another wall is lined with where'd it go? Battle axes.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic to find all the good magic stuff.
Right before you do that, you also notice the most notable thing in the room, the Orb of Nature just hovering over the corpse of a late rock gnome, as it seems to be forming vines and sapping energy from it.
Well, it seems like it's gonna be like the other one. Maybe we should wrap it up in something before someone touches it and dies.
Ooh. I'll go back up and get close from the chest. And then whatever we got that isn't very valuable, I can sell at the market for us for some extra cash.
You wrap it up. You also tested Detect Magic, right?
I did it too, just in case, just on the orb specifically, because to see what it does.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
I'll cast Identify on as well, just in case I need to know anything else about it. It may tell me hey, don't touch it or you die, or it eats your energy or something, right?
On the orb specifically?
Yeah, so I know what the orb does. So if I get anything new from the orb. I cast Identify on the orb and Detect Magic on this, everything.
Alright, can you link Identify again so I can go down the list of what the criteria for the magic items?
Sure. Go and get it.
You would also detect some magical weapons on the walls, such as on the battle axe, on the spears, and on the longsword.
Yeah.
There's only one of each.
I would point at the ones that are magical, tell them to put them in the pile, and I'll cast Identify on all of it.
Alrighty, you're the boss.
It doesn't consume the pearl, right? Thought so.
I can say it does, just like the Find Familiar says it does.
Yep.
I say which the spell consumes.
Okay. Magic item. Magic. The properties seem to react directly with. It seems like it can also react directly with the orb of Earth, as if they were somehow like twins. It looks like if they were combined, you could probably use them in some way.
And half of Captain Planet?
Don't we have the Earth one?
We do. Not on us, probably.
You sent the Earth one off with the altar.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we would still have sent it off. That's fine.
It does not require any attunement. As for charges, it only has charges when it's combined with its other half Earth. Yeah.
I'll wait to combine them, then identify them or something and see what it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
As for the weaponry, it is all +1. Battle-axe +1, spear +1, and longsword +1.
Look around, I'm like, well, no one can use these really, so probably gonna sell them to get other stuff that we need.
Yep.
Darn. No daggers, no darts, no quarterstaffs. This sucks.
It wouldn't be worth them to be like, we gotta find like a wand of magi or some bullshit for you or something.
The most useful weapon in this place probably would be like a whip. But that would be for other purposes.
Yeah,
Right.
Anastasia probably has way nicer whips. These are like hag whips. They're probably not good.
They're shitty man in the woods whips.
Yeah. No. Anastasia
So-
find nice things.
So go get the goblins, and try to get the shitty carriage back this way, and load it up, and we can sell all this shit right here. Armor, gear.
I go find the elf and I ask like, so the forest turning people around and stuff like that, is you're doing or the hag's doing?
It was the hags moving around. It still is enchanted, and well, I don't know if there's a lot we can do about it right now. It would take a lot of work.
The hags being dead doesn't dissipate then, because I would say it'd be
Unfortunately.
easy for the goblins to take stuff back and forth if they didn't lose their way, but I assume they'll get lost.
Unfortunately, the hags didn't find it to themselves.
If I out of character, if I like do some like interacting with the orb, I can't like figure out a way to like use the orb to fuck with the forest.
I don't think you're powerful enough to do that.
Okay.
It would require a ritual that.
At least enough to like make a path or something. Or like just move a couple of trees.
You could probably move a couple of trees.
Yeah, just so it make things easier for us. Okay. So they can bring the shitty cart to load stuff up so we can leave.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is the time where you tell me if you're going to burn it down or not.
Once I get the gear loaded into my carriage to sell these off to the right people, I'm gonna burn it down to get rid of these corpses here and the ones outside.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
evil in this place will be gone.
yes, and all sorts of it. I like it better that way. That way things can grow from the ashes.
That's the plan.
Yeah, picks up the book, reads it over a bit. No use for this. Just a spell book. Well, I bid you all adieu. My sprites will be watching. And they will
Alright.
be on the ready. I will have to go back to my patrols around the forest. I bid you adieu.
Oh, before you take off, am I allowed to bring a ball for that owlbear? Someone this way.
You
A
really
ball
wants
for
to-
the owlbear.
He really wants to play ball with that owlbear.
He's pregnant, dragon. Stop hitting on owlbears.
I'm
It's
not
not-
trying to hit on a creature. She's like a docile puppy, and I feel bad for this one.
Oh, you have a baby name for her already. cute.
I'm more interested in the tiefling back at that tavern.
You wouldn't want it to get hurt while pregnant, so you probably shouldn't give it a toy. It might hurt itself.
Fine,
But
fine.
just let it drink the water and relax and have its baby.
You should probably avoid wild pregnant animals anyway.
Perhaps when it has its baby, you can bring the child a toy or something. Whatever. I don't care.
And I want a bunch of pixies firing bows at me that are so tiny and it looks adorable.
They hurt sometimes.
So yeah, it says go. I don't know. I'll rearrange the forest for you. Go get the cart and bring the.
Alrighty.
Bring the cart to gather the stuff with the goblins, I guess.
Alrighty. I go over here and look at this, pick up the book and walk with it. Go get the carriages, I guess.
Yeah, just load everything in. Spell books, random shitty items, magic items.
I'm gonna profit with a lot of shit. Take the bed apart and everything.
Okay.
Load it up and sell it.
We're gonna dismantle this whole fucking house. Just
Take the
sell
whole
everything.
house, and yeah, like we burn down the ground. That's it. There's nothing left to burn down.
Wait, these are witches. Just dig up the fucking chicken legs on the bottom of the house. We'll walk it back to the city.
Okay,
All right.
well, I guess we spend some time gathering, and I don't know, like guess I use some unseen servants to help, maybe.
So you're looting the place?
Yeah, we loot the place.
Alright,
Loot it
so are you you're taking the magic weapons with you, but are you taking any of the other ones? Maybe the other suits of armor?
Yeah. We just take whatever they have to sell it to the locals, I guess.
Alright. You check the drawers, you would find the key to the chest. Probably sell that chest, maybe.
That's the plan.
You would also
Just
find like
kidding.
a ball of yarn. Perfect for an owl bear.
Yep, selling it.
Let's see what else you would find. Where's my notes?
If you'd rather just like basically everything here, I don't think anyone wants anything. Like I don't think we're keeping anything. None of us can use a spell book because like none of us are wizards.
I'm like, not just that. Yeah, I inherently know spells.
and I mean spell books are still worth something pretty good actually. Special spells in it. So like I just whatever, if you want, basically everything in this place we sell it to somebody. If you want to give us a price of gold, we get the split or something. Make it easier.
Yep. So I'll do the math while you guys are traveling and back.
Yeah, we'll talk.
So you guys managed to follow your own tracks back to the carriages. You do notice that some trees have gotten in the way and moved around, and the forest is pretty much very different from when you last left it.
Use the orb to move it. Scoot it over a little bit.
Yep, and as you get the carriage, any trees in your way, you scoot it over using the orb. The orb, every time you do use it, however, it does like wrap a vine around your arm. It doesn't seem to harm you in any way, but it's still something to note.
Yeah, and rip it off or something.
Yep. Finally, you get the carriage to the house. You put all the belongings into it, and you see some of the sprites just waiting, as they're waiting to damage control.
Yeah. Well, I eventually told Draco to also bring my cart and my carriage so I can get inside of it and leave.
Oh, that was the whole plan. I was teaching the goblins how to handle and drive the shitty one. I'll bring the actual one.
Yep. The goblins do a very, very good job as they make it through without any bumps, hurting the vehicle in any way. You guys get everything in, and you guys are all set.
So I guess we head back to town.
Yep.
after a massive fireball blows up the inside.
Yep, and the fire begins to burn as the Sylvan's got it. It's fine.
No one looks back at the explosion.
As we should not.
Yep.
So would be heresy.
Immediately say, "Oh, here's the reins to Anatoly for Lady Anastasia's carriage." Immediately get back into mine and tell the goblins, "Hey, sleeping. Get us there peacefully."
Anastasia says we should inform Captain Harvey of what we've done, how his threat that was so threatening that we handled very easily, and we are heading off to locate the other orbs now.
And then just an hour later, Draco wakes up in a ditch because the goblins crashed it.
I mean, Job is terrified from the last time he fucked up.
Actually, remember last time he did end up redeeming himself.
Yeah, I gave him a promotion to being corporal and taught him how to drive the carriage. So if he fucks up, he's either getting backhanded or demoted.
They are too afraid to fuck up.
He finally levels up. He's gonna gain the vehicle proficiency.
Vehicle proficiency.
Land vehicle proficiency. You can add his proficiency bonus to driving carts.
You guys have made it to the walls without any issue. And the people at the blockade, they look at you and some of them look flabbergasted, some of them are cheering.
Yeah, we do the thing. We're back from dealing with the hag problem.
Right.
We act very nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the guys that talked to you before, he goes up and he's like, "Well, I'll be. You made it. I'm impressed."
Did you really expect that to fail?
Well, I was hoping you didn't, and well, hope came true.
Another day, another of somebody else's problems that we fixed.
Well, that is your job,
Is it now?
I guess.
Fix
like,
everyone's problems?
She's like, yes, hope. That's what it did. The people of this city's hopes is what saved us and guided us through this horrible situation. Remember to keep that hope. It's like, they're on a super nice good guy thing.
Yeah.
All Might bullshit, whatever his name is, that big dude from...
Yeah. Whose entry line is literally just, "I am here."
Every single show, I remember him doing some random speech, and I'm like, damn, that dude's so fucking cheesy.
He gives a bow, and he lets you guys go through the blockade, as you are now back in the city.
As soon as we pass him, like, Anna just sighs, this fucking idiot.
God, what a fucking tool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys said you were going to go to Captain Harvey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We know deep down inside, Anastasia used to believe in hope and all that stuff too. Until she was betrayed by her people and everything she knew.
What time of day is it?
It would be... it would be late afternoon.
Yeah, I guess like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So, with the carriages, how long was it to where we were in the forest to back here again?
It would be probably about, like, from the start of, like, this mission to, like, coming back.
Yeah.
I'd say around, like, 4 hours.
Sleep 4 more, I've completed a long rest.
Get to it within an hour.
True.
Bring it up more than an hour. Actually sleep for like 4 hours and then fight for an hour and then go back to sleep for 4 hours and you still get your long rest.
I mean, I could take the spell nap. So.
Oh, I guess we had the Captain Harvey. What is his name?
Yep.
Harvey or Harvey? What's his name?
Yeah, Harvey.
It's Harvey.
Okay.
You guys are no stranger to getting to his office. At this point, the guards just stand aside and don't even don't even look your way. They already know you're coming. As he's like, oh! It's just day after day.
She's just looking at her nails, doing her thing. The hag problem is done. We have retrieved the orb. Everything is good. We are leaving the city now. Just wanted to inform you everything is good.
Ah, you dealt with the hag situation. Did you find any dead soldiers while you were there?
Found some dead.
Well,
They were mass carrying some bodies, or we're unsure if they were like your people in particular, but
So we
They were
want to
doing-
inform you that there was a murderer in the woods that would come into town and kidnap people, dogs, things, bring them back to the cavern, and then kill them, torture them. I don't know what they were doing, but the hags killed him and took his place. So if you were looking for a murderer in the woods, he's already dead.
I think we're past the facade of duty to the
Just letting
city.
you know, if you were confused, still looking for one, they're not there.
I personally am not. My problems are... they go above this town, really. But thank you for telling me about the bodies. I'll mark them for... well... I'm not really at liberty to say.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you needed to inform someone that through your actions, the killer was dealt with, or whatever, to help you.
Oh, they won't give me the credit. They give you the credit. But nevertheless, thank you for telling me.
Yes, but I'm just saying, you helped us in this endeavor, so we are trying
Yes,
to be
sir.
somewhat as allies here. But from
Yes.
that remark that you are not at liberty to tell me things about bodies, I guess we're not as close allies as I thought we were, but
Well,
fine.
if Sylvania, if Sylvania wants to tell you, she'll tell you herself.
Sure.
A few extra ones for the army, isn't it?
Wow, how it's not doesn't take really a genius to figure out what needs to happen to them. I just can't say it out loud.
Yeah. Maybe there was like some other bigger thing at foot than just more soldiers for the army, but whatever. So, I guess it's better to tell you that then, because if they are marked as dead and then they start seeing them walking around, then people will get very suspicious of that. So if we specifically tell you who was dead and who wasn't, then you cannot mark them there, raise them, or however you do it, and then not tell anyone.
I have a protocol for this. It'll be covered and it never gets linked back to me.
Sure.
Not even that detective could ever find out. They won't.
Detective.
Yahoo.
Why? Yavad Leatherfinger.
Avad?
Does like, and it's totally like my nemesis. He's in town. I must fuck with him. No.
No, he keeps the school.
Okay. Dramatic music plays as it pans to him. You or anything?
Sure, why not? Sure.
You're Professor Moriarty or something. He's your Sherlock Holmes. I don't know. You don't have a nemesis? How dare you be a killer without having like a detective after you or something?
According to the bio, can they see that?
Probably.
Yeah, according to the bio, yeah.
What?
Don't you have potential NPCs in your bio for everyone to see? Or is
Yeah,
that
I
something
do.
I can see?
I do.
Oh, you
Alright.
do?
Yeah.
The only way that I could keep it is if I put it in GM notes, but like only the GM can affect those.
Yeah.
So then I don't really care. So
Yeah. Like I use these as like I said, it's a other systems have these cool things called flags. They're supposed to be things we all know that we try to like metagame in good ways to push.
Yeah. He gives a stretch and says, well, unless you have anything else to tell me, I have to, work, as he gives little air quotes.
It's a guy right there. Detective Underfinger. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So do we know this guy's after you, or potentially after you, or anything about this? Like out of in character?
Anastasia probably would.
Okay. Guess she smirks at you. You leave or something?
Yeah. Anastasia, if we could talk in private for a moment.
Sure. We can talk on the way back. I'll be in the carriage.
Yeah.
You can drive it. As usual.
Did you hear that, Dragon? They're going to speak in private.
I thought she only had a thing for Noel.
Well, maybe that's what their partnership entailed before Noel was involved.
Ooh.
Both have the
Anyway.
I hear you saying all this because Anastasia would.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't be silly. This is about Anatoly and his stuff before he met me. Yes,
Wait, does he have a secret lover that's been stalking him?
potentially.
Interesting.
I don't know what anyone's relationship was before they met me, technically, unless they tell me. But I don't know anything about that. But
Anatoly just has like one eyebrow raised, like, what the fuck are all you guys talking about?
yeah. And so he's like, who knows? We'll see. I'll see.
I'm just playfully teasing as I usually do, but interesting to know that you have a darker past than I guess can recall.
Like she like looks really confused. Like, what do you? What?
This not you, Anatoly.
Yeah.
Just-
So I'm looking at him like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
You
Darker
have
than what you thought it was?
Well, I know he's a mass murderer creep and just doesn't really care for much, but for him to have someone else involved in this situation or to be that close, I'm not sure if it's sloppy or if it's something that he did on purpose.
Take that as more of a lighter path, like if he had a loved one or something.
Mm. Perhaps. Well, Anatoly, yes, if it's such a big secret that you can't speak in front of us, then I'll step aside and have your I'll let you have your conversation.
Yeah, that whole conversation, just Anatoly was just so fucking confused. Like what you didn't think I had a fucked up past, kind of
No,
thing.
it's more of you being involved with someone in particular. A name comes up, and I usually don't think that you're connected in any kind of way.
As earlier with his slip ups, he gets excited sometimes. It happens.
Apparently.
Alrighty. If you excuse me,
Where are you going?
Anastasia, gentlemen, I have some gear to go sell for us.
Oh. Have that.
More than welcome to come, Zane.
I'm not sure what benefit it would cause. Sounds kind of boring, to be honest, but maybe I could help you haggle a bit.
Try to get more money for our buck. Let's go.
I guess me and Anatoly have a private conversation while they go and hawk the wares.
Yeah. This Yavad guy being in town's a problem. This could be.
Big of a problem for us since we're leaving.
Anastasia. This guy has nearly caught me a couple times. And well, he's gonna keep following the trail.
It's good that we're leaving then. I guess it's good that the last time you murdered someone, the building's being burned.
I don't think anybody cares about a couple hags.
Yes. Didn't you kill the one in the jail cell?
He's probably gonna be if he figures out about that. He's probably gonna be wondering why did I target, this cult leader in a jail cell that the Inquisition just brought in.
If anything, would be good. Seems like we have a good alibi. We were the one that brought them in, and we were the one that needed questions, and then someone killed them. Like, someone against us, someone not us. Why would we kill them? We needed them alive. Someone killed them so they wouldn't talk or we wouldn't get information from them. Just like the cult was going to kill the gang once they were done with them. If anything, people might think it's more of cultists. Might give you a good alibi.
There's a problem with that, though. I'm not going to let somebody else take credit for my work.
Maybe they potentially hired you to do so.
Maybe.
You kill for me, why couldn't you kill for someone else?
Well, it's not like he knows who I am, but yeah.
Fine. When you're
And
with
if
me, you have a good enough alibi.
Yeah. It's just, if he figures out who I am, he's gonna tie every little piece together. And that's gonna bring down you too.
No, I'll be fine. Either way, it probably
You
the
think
only...
You think he's not gonna figure out and bring up to everyone else in the church that, oh yeah, every single one of Lady Anastasia's rivals was mysteriously butchered by this guy, and
I don't...
oh, it happens to be her bodyguard.
I don't ever have rivals. People I have killed are people that know things that no one else knows. The point is, they're dead before they can say anything, so nothing is tied to me. If anything, those people that die are friends. Like, some of those people you've killed, I've been to their funerals and even cried there.
Suppose you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if he got on all of our asses over this.
Well, the thing I have to say is I'll probably be fine. You maybe should be less sloppy then. Or, cover your tracks better. But I understand you get into the moment and you get very excited, and sometimes your head's not in the position of, not getting caught. It's more of in the moment and having the fun you have. So I guess the idea is, once you're done having your fun, take a few minutes to double, triple check everything.
I haven't left anything behind that would tie me as, you know, Mr. Novikov to the killings, but
Maybe we should go talk to Captain Harvey to make sure that he gives you a good enough alibi to this when this person was murdered, so to clear you. Or at the zoo or something. We just left and went to the zoo.
he would actually. We shouldn't let him know more than we want him to.
Oh no,
but
I'm not telling him about the murder or anything. I'm just telling him, like, if he does mention it, we subtly dropped to him where we were while the murder was happening.
Yeah. Also, he's not going to want anyone to know about that. Of course, I used his face to get in there.
Yeah, that may be very suspicious of him, so that's even easier. Maybe he's already... I mean, he didn't mention it to us, so maybe it's already been dealt with. Or maybe they're alive again as a revenant.
Yeah, those guards of his, you know, they got something about them too, because weird little symbols and shit with their fucking faces. They're all probably undead as well.
I cast fuck, what is it? Detect good and evil, and I look back at them and sense their direction. Are they undead?
They're undead.
Okay, like undead Faith, yeah. It's like she nods. Says, yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm just worried about this. It could blow the lid off everything.
I guess it's best we're leaving either way. And if he follows us again, we'll maybe know something's up then. But you know what would be a good idea? Let's make it known that we're leaving, and then maybe tomorrow, you double back and someone else dies tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Give him something here to tie him up for a little bit.
But make sure it was after we leave, so we have an alibi of leaving.
Alright, alright. I can hide. I can head out and then come in as somebody else.
Double back.
Hide for a day or so. Yeah. Meet you at the next place.
Take a horse, a riding horse, so you can get back faster. Catch up.
Yeah. Alright.
And I guess we meet up with them at the shop whenever they're done.
All right. They would have been able to accrue 1,000 gold. Most, like 90% of that coming from the 3 magic weapons. So you have 1,000 gold to separate between all of you.
200 gold each.
250.
50?
250.
250.
There's only 4 of us. Yeah, I don't know why she's not here. No one's not here.
Yeah. She doesn't have to know.
I mentioned that was one of the things you lose out on when you're not here. You technically don't get the gold.
Look at Zane. I'm gonna go head back to the tavern and see how the one person I got a job's doing. Make sure there's no trouble, and then I'll meet up with you guys out by the city gate. If they show up here.
Fine. You don't want to go see your girlfriend though?
She's not my girlfriend. She is very attractive. I'd like to make sure their business is okay and nobody is vandalizing the fact that there's somebody that's being discriminated against working there.
Alright, so when we leave this place, are you going to ask her to come with you?
If need be, we could use some good cooks with us.
This is how B joins the game. It's pretty cool. We tag along as an NPC, and then randomly B's like, "Hey, like someone's not here," and they're like, "Hey, you want to guest star as your character?"
Seems like you're forming a party of your own. It's not too common for someone to start traveling with someone and then invite others along.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. I mean, I'm trying to help them. Plus, the guy that's in there that has a 50-50, well, take that back. 99% over a 1 that you get taken away to a concentration camp.
Wait, what was that percentage?
They have a 1% to being just fine.
When did you
Left
get
alone.
smart all of a sudden with these percentages and probability?
I mean, it's a concentration camp. I mean,
What?
hear me out. Hear me out. If my kind was to align themselves with savages,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be persecuted, arrested, and/or probably killed. What's going on with this person's people,
Mm-hmm.
the race? Because a group of them has aligned themselves with trolls.
Yes.
There's a 1% chance that he'll live. But 99 is right there above them, and he's also working as an employee in the tavern.
Perhaps you can ask him to come along with you.
I mean,
Not sure how useful a turtle would be, though.
you can teach him how to use a spear or a quarterstaff.
I mean, you just give away a very valuable spear.
Not talking about one of these. We just made money. I'll whittle him a stick first, and with a point, then he'll get a better spear down the road. See how he does. You have to follow the goblin's orders, though.
Right.
Because technically, those 3 outrank him, if that's the case. Alrighty. I'll be back.
Alright, so Draco is heading to the bar.
Yep.
Alright. Is Zane coming, or... Sorry.
Yeah, he'll tag along. He's kind of quiet.
Carriage on tow while Draco walks.
Alright, we made it to the tavern.
So just kind of casually, like, follow behind him, not too attentive.
His passive stealth is better than my passive perception, so I wouldn't even have noticed.
Right.
I'd come over here and just sit down at the bar, give a little tap to her, and smile, and just come over here and sit. Wait if I can sit on the stool. There we go.
After she's done treating Gunarth, who was just a name that was mentioned before, I haven't really met him. She walks over and points to your glass.
Ask her how everything's going.
She gives a couple quick snaps as Natalie comes over and hops the bar again and translates. Everything's going good. We keep our new worker in the back so no one can see him, and everything comes out good. Turns out he's a very good dishwasher.
I mean, he better be. You guys are putting your neck out on the line just like I was.
We gave him an opportunity, and he took it. And he's doing a good job, whether he's a turtle or not.
I had a plan B just in case there was a problem. I was going to ask if you two and him wanted to come with us. We could use the company and get you guys away from here. It was going to cause a problem.
She just shakes her head and Natalie says, We have a business here. We are happy with where we are. It's a little bit of a struggle, but it's worth it. We get to live in the city we love and spend our nights by the docks. You can wish for a more humble life.
That's good. You know what? To help with your business, since I don't know how much you guys actually make a day or the month, well, 5 platinum coins go for you guys, just to help out a little bit.
We very much appreciate it. We'll put it towards something nice.
Alright, here. You guys have been friendly, especially to Lady Anastasia.
Well, of course, why wouldn't we be? She's a symbol of hope.
Yes, she is. Good question. These are more new people. Is there an event going on in here? Because it's a little bit more active than the last time I was here.
It is very much not as active as...
I know. I'm playing it off like my memory.
I see. She says, well, it's actually much less busy than when you came in, actually. Maybe your friend could play another song, huh?
Oh. Well, yeah. I'd like to hear a song too, but we went on a job and she kind of passed out. I don't know from what, so my little recruits, those goblins, are actually keeping an eye on her, nursing her at the moment.
Very good. Well, I have a patient over there who needs something. Customer over there needs something. And she quickly
Oh,
goes
where?
over and talks to him and begins filling up the drink. She says, Natalie comes over and says, "You know, you've been really kind to us. Thank you so much. You've helped us a lot."
Trying to be a nice person. Shoot. I don't even remember what this symbol is, and I show her the symbol of Tiamat, the little sigil I have. It's like, I can't even remember this, so I have to be good, I think.
Yeah. Good. That's what that's known for. Well, I
Here's the back of it. It's just one big coin, and the other side is just one of Bahamut.
she flips over and is like, "Oh, well, that's more comforting."
Yeah.
You don't know what these are?
What are they?
Well, they're the holy symbols of the two dragons: the Platinum Dragon, Bahamut, and Tiamat, the Dragon Queen. It's strange. It represents both good and evil.
Why did I get called a freak then?
Well, I gotta go back to the missus. If you need anything, just
What
holler.
do I do? I'm getting ready to leave town. I thought I'd come in and, like I said, check up on everything.
You're welcome here anytime. Matter of
Thank
fact, I'll even talk to Mother about getting you in for free next time.
Oh, that'd be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally give her 2 platinum coins. Have fun at the Elven District.
Yeah, no, you're definitely getting a free room next time.
Have fun at the Elven District.
She smiles and picks up the coins and happily runs to her mother.
That's my
Gareth,
key. Get up and leave.
Yep, Gunarth looks over at you and he raises his glass as him and his 2 guards begin drinking.
Cheers. Just walk away.
Nope.
Poof.
Zane's just sitting at the table. It's gonna
I'll
be,
play with the back of her neck again before leaving.
what are you gonna do?
Run my finger across the back of her neck. I did last time I left
Oh,
too.
her?
Yeah.
She looks really confused. If anything.
I'll turn around and wink before walking out.
Mind games.
Uh-huh. Past in the future. Yeah, good. Test my neck. Like, yep.
So,
Totally did.
I'm guessing you guys are going to reunite with Anastasia and Anatoly?
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yep. Alright. Did Anastasia or Anatoly do anything else other than speak about the detective? Or
Oh, I assumed we talk to the detective, we get in the carriages, we get everything ready, we head to the magic shop, and then they come walking out the bar or something, and then...
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought we'd be meeting you guys at the gate. Hey, here, Anatolian.
Meeting you at the magic
Catch.
shop.
Nal would have picked up the lyre, but is ready.
Yeah, 'cause we're here anyway.
Immediately I look at Anatoly. Here, catch. Toss him his 250. Lady Anastasia.
And totally
Of
catches.
course. There's a weird guy in there in a tavern. I've seen his face before. Come here. At this point inside the tavern. Do you know him? Do you know any of these people in here, Anatoly? A lot of
It's not
guards and
nice.
people being guarded.
And it totally takes a glimpse inside.
Anatoly would not know anyone in there.
Okay, yeah. No, why should I care?
I mean, you're a noble or merchant. I thought you know a lot of people.
Do you expect me to know just every random person we come across?
Just the ones that have guards that escort them. That's about it.
A lot of people have guards that escort them.
I don't have any guards
It's
that
kind of one of the
escort
most
me.
prominent professions in, the world.
Eh.
I'm part of that profession.
Anyways, it's 250 in your hand. Spend it wisely.
Yeah.
And I immediately hop in my carriage and be like, okay, when they leave, job, follow. Take the rest of my nap.
I guess we're heading out to where the Zeppelin was, right? That's the next thing we have to do.
Lindrel?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Back
Yep.
to Lindrel.
Yep. And I think this would be a good time to end session.
Yeah. So we
Goblins appear on the road.
Actually, I forget, how much would it cost to buy like a draft horse? Isn't one of the carriages being pulled by goblins?
No.
No,
we
it's being pulled by a horse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pulled by a
we
horse.
were-
So the idea is when horses pull things, this is walking speed because they get extra speed, but then they lower speed because they're pulling things, right? So like we go at normal walking speed, but we get to pull a bunch of shit with us. We don't have to walk.
Yeah.
So if you ride at riding speed, you're gonna be double our speed, so you can easily make. it
Are the carriages built for one horse or two horses, or either one?
It can fit two. But one,
Okay.
both of them are being. One is being towed by Sir Reginald, and
It's
the
like a
other one is
Clydesdale.
just being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would a draft horse cost? Antoli would buy one for the second carriage.
50 gold, right?
Yeah, 50 gold and then a basic riding horse, 75.
There you go.
Is it not much?
Both 50, or is the riding horse 75? The war horse.
The riding horse is
100.
75 because it has a movement speed of 60, and the draft horse has a movement speed of 40.
Yeah, but I thought the riding horse had less carrying capacity. So that was the difference. Like I thought they were the same price. They just had different
yeah.
things.
And, the draft horse's carry capacity is 540 pounds, and the other one's
Yeah,
480.
okay,
The
so
war horse is the best of all of it.
It gets the riding horse's speed and the draft horse's carrying weights for 400 gold.
It has some some kick power too or something. Like it can kick.
alright, Anatoly is going to get a draft horse for it. Because that's gonna be like his ride back into here after he breaks from you guys to, cover his tracks. And then how to get back, I guess.
The Reginald does not go fast. He is very dignified.
Mm-hmm. He's strutting.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
He outranks you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we leave and session end.
Leave town.
You know what? That is something I forgot to even ask. Were there any places that were selling like hunting dogs or guard dogs or anything?
Mastiffs.
Yeah,
The zoo, probably.
they're really cheap.
Is that somewhere you would have headed?
Well, I would have before leaving because that would basically be goblins with guard dogs. Both
I mean,
weak
the
creatures,
zoo-
whether
They
the
can ride
pack.
them like horses because they're small. That's what they're like mastiffs. You buy mastiffs for like what, halflings and gnomes to ride on like horses.
Yeah.
Or pony.
Yeah, the zoo has a menagerie, and you could buy mastiffs there.
So they're 25 apiece.
Remember when you ever hear an alarm clock go off, it like makes you like cringe a bit because you think of like waking up for school and stuff like that.
Don't remind me. I'm gonna wake
Yeah,
up tomorrow.
whenever one says menagerie, I get that same because of the fucking curator in World of Warcraft. The menagerie is for guests only. Every time you start the boss fight, he says that. He's like, oh.
Alright. Next session, break with party and travel, come back to Tollbite, kill a couple people, go back to party. Go
I figure out how many spells
Put
I
me at
have.
325. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, yep. The
7,
experience.
300.
I assume we all got 4? Anyone not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet! Added to the 2 I already have. It finally levels me up.
Welcome to level 7.
So did you want to talk about that? About any of the, I don't know, stuff about that? Experience and people missing and stuff?
Shit.
Did you guys have any qualms with... What did you guys, like, have problems with what I suggested before?
Your suggestion was my suggestion, but you added the essay part to it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
it would be
realized
the
I
same
had pretty
thing.
much just misunderstood Spike, so...
Yeah, it was the same thing. If anything, it actually doesn't even do anything because like technically, I would even say it shouldn't be about your character. It should be about what your character was doing while you weren't there, basically, right? Like you went off and did your own little thing for a little while. What did you go off and do, basically?
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, because, like, sometimes we, like, established that Draco was, training the goblins, and Nal was, like, passed out and drained while we were there.
Yeah, even then, like even if training the goblins, like okay, give us a couple of sentences of how you train the goblins. What did you do? Blah blah blah. Like, we could do at the beginning of the next session or something, right? What did you do while we when we go over what we did last session? They can go over what they did last session, right? Like while she was guarding the cart, what happened? Anything happened, right? Like you can make up some stuff. Like I said, like it's just adding more story stuff. It doesn't even matter. Like I don't think we need to do that. Like how I said, my way was just the same way without the added thing. It's just like if it's not your fault, right? Like if it wasn't your fault, but like I said before, it's gonna make people like Sage sad because Sage is never going to have a good enough excuse ever.
Yeah.